There we go. Yeah. So I'm using a few things. I'm using some texture packs to make the game look a little bit nicer, and also some things to make the mouse and keyboard controls look and feel a little bit more fluid when it comes to game prompts and whatnot. So instead of pressing the A button to continue, I press the mouse click to continue. So again, this is using PrimeHack, which allows you to use mouse and keyboard controls with Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. I'm using some texture packs to make the game look a little bit nicer, look a little bit cleaner, and as well as some, like, for the game models, as well as some in-game assets like menu items and UI elements, that kind of stuff. This part of the game is untouched. This is using the Metroid Prime trilogy. I do own a physical copy of the Metroid Prime trilogy. It is, I guess I have the case still in my closet, but the game itself is actually in my Wii U right now. The physical game. And this should be pretty cool. I haven't played Metroid Prime in a long time. My last playthrough of this game was when it first came out, which I guess would have been 2002. It's been a minute. Nunchuck required. Yes, I'm definitely using a nunchuck. This is definitely it. It definitely has some horror game elements to it, Gobby. You're not wrong. Hello, this is me. I just used one of the default me profiles, obviously. Because this, of course, is all with the... it's all baked into the Dolphin emulator. But again, this is a separate fork of the Dolphin emulator called PrimeHack. So it's really just using Dolphin, but it's like a specialized fork or branch that makes it look and play very a lot more in a streamlined fashion to like be focused around the Prime games, Prime 1, 2, and 3. So one thing I need to do real quick is I did see some folks say this earlier when I was looking online, is they say to set the sensitivity to advanced mode. Defaulted to on. Yeah, I think that's... Wait, hold on. Now defaulted on. The lock and frame mode allows you to freely move your gun while you're locked on to an enemy. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Confirm. Can I not set it to advanced? Oh. That's kind of weird, because standard is... Looks like what it's set to right now. I have to say off? It's making a noise like I can't select it, so... Huh, that's kind of weird. Alright, well, I guess I don't set it here. Maybe I have to set it later on in the game. It's just weird that they would have this in the options menu, but you can't actually... Yeah, it's making the noise that sounds like it doesn't like it. So, alright, well, I guess I'll... unless I have to disable it here first. Yeah, I can't set it here either. Very strange. Okay, well, I don't know. This seems weird then. Why do you have the controls in the options if I can't actually modify them? Whatever. When I tested this off stream, I didn't even mess with the settings. So I'm not sure why it's being weird. Regardless, let's jump in. Metroid Prime game start. Veteran difficulty, because we're using mouse and keyboard controls. Mouse and keyboard controls make the game a little bit easier to play, obviously, so veteran difficulty should hopefully spice it up to kind of balance things out a bit. Let us begin. Removes the boobs and the weenies. Actually, it adds more boobs and weenies. Yeah, it cleans up the presentation a bit, but the boobs and dongs are still very much present, as they should be. So I'm gonna kind of distress bacon. Normal mode, yeah. I mean, I think I speak for most of us when I say that normalcy is not an expectation. Distressing bacon. I would rather eat the bacon. And like I said, it's been a while since I've played the original. However, I did do a comparison of using the texture packs to make the game look a little bit nicer versus just the vanilla stuff within Dolphin. And yeah, I would say it's a pretty noticeable difference when you compare them side by side. But you can still see it's very much a GameCube game. You look at the planet in the background, it's still just a, you know, GameCube era texture type of deal there. So it's not going to make the game look next generation, but it looks a little bit nicer. Hot Bob's and lasagna. Yes, it's like lasagna, but vegan. Right. That's it. Yeah. I was thinking about that too, Zing. That's actually part of why I've held off for so long on streaming this, because I've been wanting to play Prime for a while. However, I did see something not too long ago that suggested part of why they've been dragging their feet on this is because there might be some confusion on, or maybe not confusion, but some uncertainty on Nintendo's part regarding how they would port Corruption, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption over, because that one makes very heavy use of motion controllers. Of course, there are the Joy-Cons, but there's certain parts of that control scheme that might be hard to switch over to the Joy-Con configuration. So what they might end up doing instead is just maybe port 1 and 2 like remastered. But there's debate online whether or not they'll actually go through with a full trilogy release of some variety. Allegedly, they've been talking about it, and it's even been teased a few times. But yeah, it's just nothing substantial's come from it. Talent Force in the background. Yeah, it's like you can see in the background over here. And by the way, here we are, mouse and keyboard controls in glorious. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see how that is? It's so nice. In glorious smoothness. Skyward Sword. It was, but they made a whole new control scheme for it. So that's the question, is like, could they make a whole new control scheme to make Prime 3 Corruption be oh yeah, that's right, if you get to the edge, kind of stops you. But would they be able to make a whole new control scheme to make Prime 3 playable on the Switch? And that's the question. And I think that confusion or that uncertainty is part of why there's been some flippy floppiness on Nintendo's part. Valorant roster has Valorant been adding like meme characters? I know they've been adding meme characters to Fortnite, but I don't know if Valorant has stuff like that. What's up, Luke? All right, so one thing really quick I do want to try, is it, let's see, be this button? No, that's my scan visor if I wanted to do that. It's this button, there we go, it's to get to the controls, that kind of thing. So one thing, here we go, sensitivity, because I saw this, oh, wrong button, because I did see this when I was testing offline. So sensitivity, okay, it is set to advanced, it just wasn't like making it abundantly obvious. So I guess that is fine then. Yeah, so it's set to advanced, so we should be good then. Okay, so never mind, I was all concerned. And of course, yes, we have the scan visor. And we can scan a number of things. Oops, actually, I think it's right-click to scan. There we go. So that's one thing that I was thinking about with regards to this game. This game was, of course, a GameCube game, and then it was ported to the Wii with motion controls, and the mouse and keyboard controls make the game a little bit faster to play. However, I tend to just play these games very slowly, so I think, and the use of the scan visor and wanting to scan all of your surroundings will mean that I'll be incentivized to play the game slowly and really take in the environment, that kind of thing. So I'm not too worried about the mouse and keyboard controls making the game too fast, per se. Yeah, so no meme characters in Valorant. Yeah, I could see it in Fortnite, because Fortnite, they've added like Marvel characters and I think DC and Rick and Morty and like all these ridiculous memes. So yeah, so we'll see. What else can we scan? Let's learn about our environment. Let's learn how to read. Blocking the entrance. Get your education out of my video games, Alex. Can I turn around and scan my own face like a selfie? Let's find out. Played this yesterday. Yeah, hell yeah, Luke. That's awesome, man. Was it your first time playing it, Luke? Because I have played this game, but it's been a long time. I haven't played this since the game first came out. I'm a decrepit old hobbit, so I played this when it first was released in 2002, and I think that would have been the last time the only time I played through it. So I've been owing it to myself to get caught back up on the series for a while. But it's a really good series, I think, at least. Well, I should say the first game is really good. I haven't played 2 or 3, but I really liked the first one. And again, we're using an emulator, obviously with mouse and keyboard controls. And we're using a texture pack to clean the game up a bit to make it look a little bit nicer. Controls are offline. So that'd be this guy over here. So we can shoot it to our best desire. We can also charge our shots. And also, if you hold right click, or the way I have it set up, it's right click. It's the equivalent of locking the cursor, that kind of deal. Dolphin only, yeah. Playing on the original hardware though, yeah. I mean, that is like kind of the classic in a lot of ways, is playing on GameCube or playing on Wii. And I say this as somebody playing on Dolphin right now, obviously, but yeah, playing on the OG hardware really is a trip down memory lane. Like, something like this is fun if you want to like experiment about and have like a new kind of experience, but yeah, the original stuff really is always going to be a special experience. Especially like playing it when it first came out. I mean, in a lot of ways, this game probably has aged quite a bit, obviously with the control scheme, with the graphics. But, you know, for its time, this was quite revolutionary and pretty impressive. Then Halo came out, kind of changed the game when it came to console shooters. But for a while, Metroid Prime was like really seen as this impressive step forward for Metroid, the series, and for FPSs and what an FPS could be. Arguably, this isn't even an FPS. This is like a first-person adventure platformer game. There is shooting, and you play from a first-person perspective, but the emphasis is more on exploration and that kind of deal. Try PrimeHack. It's pretty slick. It's pretty... well, it's easy to set up, but it did take a lot... not a lot, but a bit of time getting it... main docking bay. It took some time getting it all set up properly, getting the controls calibrated, getting things tested, making sure the texture packs were working, making sure that I had the settings right for the graphics, and of course, if you want to stream it, making sure that OBS captures it right, and there's no confusion. What's it? There's like a little thing, it's... oh, it's because that was the thing I targeted, we looked at earlier, so it looks like if there's like a significant scannable object, you get the little crosshairs around it that kind of lead you in the right direction. I'm going to be spending a lot of time in scan mode, by the way, because I definitely want to get as much lore as possible. Delicious, tasty lore. Would it be available through RetroArch? I guess it would depend on if RetroArch has like a Dolphin like plugin built in directly to it. Because if so, then yeah, probably. Just scan it. Yeah, you just read it. That's how we look. That's how we activate things. We just scan things. It's so easy. Reactor core and propulsion. Everything looks normal. Good. We like that. That's a cool touch too. Yeah, because we're playing from Samus's perspective. I look in the Steam and it kind of fogs up the visor. It's so cool, man. Yeah, in 2002 this shit was wild. I don't know if you can get it here necessarily, but sometimes if you like shoot into the wall with a charged shot, you saw it blink maybe a little bit. Yeah, if you look very close, you'll see Samus's eyes blink in her own reflection. Just kind of cool. There's certain parts of the game where those visor effects will really, really stand out in a very fun way. So, again, it's aged in a lot of ways, but back in the day, this shit was mind-blowing. Got some dread, though? Yeah, hell yeah, man. That was actually part of what stirred me into streaming this, is that I've been seeing a lot of Metroid activity lately, and it's like, yeah, man, I need to get back and play Prime 1 through 3. I need to play... I need to go back and play Zero Mission. I want to replay Fusion. Like, there's all these Metroid games I want to play, man. I played Super Metroid for the first time ever, I want to say last year, and that was great, but I felt bad that it was my first time playing it ever, or at least my first time finishing it. So it was a trip down, well, in some ways a trip down memory lane, but also experiencing the game firsthand, which was great. Environment unstable. Okay, that's not so good. The evacuation area is fucked. What was this one? Biohazard. Research, everything's fine. So the emergency evacuation area is slightly hacked. Everything seems fine so far. There's a door here. Airlock system up ahead. Very good. Yeah, the face reflection. That's right. That's the one. Want to play every game. Yeah, that's how I feel, Luke. The only Metroid games I've played are Fusion, Super Metroid, and Metroid 2 on the Game Boy. I haven't played the newer one on the 3DS. I want to. The Metroid 2 remake, that is. But oh, we have a little friend. Can I scan this friend? I cannot. I guess it's because he's dead. Oh, okay, well, I can just shoot it and get his guts all over my face. Okay, that's how you do that then. So we have a button here. I'm guessing that's to turn off the airlock, maybe? Repressurize it, okay. That's a cool touch. Haven't finished Dread yet, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of games in the series that I've yet to play. I've never played, well, I've played, but I've never beaten Metroid 1. I don't have no desire to play Other M. That game doesn't have a lot going on that would interest me specifically. But I definitely want to play Prime 2 and 3. I obviously want to play Dread. I want to play Zero Mission. I've heard Zero Mission is a very good way to experience the first game. Metroid Prime 1 in kind of a slightly more modern perspective, because Metroid 1 is a very hard game to play. It's just a hard game. NES games were an experience. Oh. See, there's a little friend. There's a little dude. You see the little dude? There was one just underneath there. That's how we got to the airlock. Yep, nothing fancy there. Can I, like, blow these things up? Just keep cruising along. Here's the emergency evac area, which we heard was under duress or was unstable in some way. Let's see what that could possibly entail. Oh, and sometimes as it loads things in, it lags for a second. I think it might have something to do with the texture pack that we're using. So first, let's scan the door. Deck Alpha Access Hall. Right, so we have a lot of scannable things here. That's a little creature we just saw earlier. We saw some scattering underneath the walkway. We saw the dead one in the airlock, or two of them, I guess, in the airlock. So it's a new creature. Let's see what that creature is. I guess it'd be next section over. Creatures. Parasite. Interstellar varmints. Vermins. Darn wrangly varmints! Indigenous to Talon 4, which is, I think Talon 4 was that orange planet we saw in the background. Single parasite is harmless, but they travel in large groups, and they will fuck your shit up, apparently. Gives permission. Yeah, dude, Other M, oh my god, it's such a shame. Other M was, like, so encouraging looking. Oh, Luke, thank you for subscribing, my friend. Thank you for, rather, resubscribing. Thank you, my friend. Very, very generous of you. Let me add the points to the counter. Very much appreciated, my friend. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's good to see you, and I appreciate that resub. It's very sweet of you, my friend. I think we pretty much read all there was to read on this guy. But, yeah, very good. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Enjoyed those emotes, and thank you. As always, I want to make sure people know they don't have to sub, obviously. You don't have to spend money, but it is very much appreciated. But, yeah, Other M was, like, such a mess, because I remember being excited for Other M, and I have some friends who are huge Metroid fans. Void and I, we have some mutual friends who were very excited for that game. And then it came out, and the reviews were not so good. And I remember, I've never played it, in all fairness, but I've watched full playthroughs, and I've seen that the gameplay looks, I mean, alright, I guess. But then there's the story and the plot and the way they just butcher Samus's character. It's just shameful, man. It's just such a shame. The game could have been so cool, and we can't blame Team Ninja, the developer, for it, because the story was provided by the main Metroid guy. I can't remember his name, but it was just, oh man, it's such potential was squandered with that game. It's really upsetting. But it sounds like Dread's very good. I liked Fusion, which I guess would have come before Other M, but apparently Dread's good, and I'm excited for Prime 4 whenever that gets announced, or, well, it's already announced, but whenever we get to learn more about it. Space Parasite, or the Space Pirates, death caused by severing of the spinal cord. Well, you kind of need one of those. That doesn't sound too good. Biohazardous materials. Phazon. Okay, Phazon sounds familiar. I think that's something we get to learn more about as we get onto the game. Phazon batch. Let's actually get closer to that. I'm kind of curious. There's one of those little parasite friends. So yeah, here's the space pirate who got fucked up. Spinal column. Whoa, okay, yeah, I see it now. I see that his spinal column got a little bit hecked. Just a little bit. It was on the Wii. It was, yeah. Every time Samus mentions the baby. And then there's the hip-hop artist, Da Baby. That's what I think of. Spice Pirates. Yeah, we were talking about what was it? Spice World yesterday. During the stream, we were talking about the Spice Girls. What happened to this guy? Space pirate status, death caused by severe flame damage to the exoskeleton. Yep, that'll do it. Now, I can't crouch, but I can turn into a ball, which is almost the same thing. Yeah, so he got messed up. And what's this monstrosity? Oh, that's the parasite over there. No, this thing. Large muscle structure. Yeah, no kidding. I don't know what this is. Some big critter. What's this? Space pirate set. Wait, that's a pot. Oh, it's the thing behind him, I think. Acidic burns to bodily chemical. This is. I thought this was like an explosive thing. Yeah, this is a dude that just got fucked. Acid burns to the body, and he's actively bleeding pirate blood. So right here is like a little indication about Phazon batches. So I guess that's what these are. So they were transporting Phazon, which I think is like a radioactive material, some kind of space fuel thing. Phazon batch and the deck beta. So if this is a space pirate, I'm sorry, a spice pirate, Spice Girls, spice pirate outpost, then yeah, I guess they were like trying to harvest Phazon from Talon 4. I don't know what Phazon is for, but I think it's radioactive, and I think it's probably like a fuel or something. I don't know. Spice World is, yeah, aka Spice World, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that these Spice Girls exist in the Dune canonical universe. Escape pod entrance, it's already been jettisoned, so some things and or critters did escape. Oh, here we go. We can tell what this giant monstrosity is. We don't know, but it's radioactive, whatever it is. It's in my... Oh, maybe it's the name of the planet then, yeah. It sounds like... Yeah, so yeah, maybe that's what this is. Yeah, Phazon batch. Maybe it's like a batch of the soil. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. Find out soon enough. Yeah, I knew you eventually get the Phazon soup, but that's not till much later. Can't be activated from here, whatever this platform is. I guess it was an elevator. Some more things over there to scan. I know I am playing this very slow, but that's very deliberate because there's a lot of things to scan and a lot of lore to appreciate. It's been a while since I played this game. I remember most of the key components of the game, but there's a lot I do not remember. So lots of escape pods have been launched already. Oh, this one's still alive. Space pirate, weak life signs detected. Oh, he's still, well, I mean, he's weak, but he's putting up a fight, except he can't really shoot me very well, so we'll put him out of his misery. We don't really have to have much sympathy for the space pirates in this game, because Samus and the space pirates have been at each other's throats since the beginning of her bounty hunter career. The escape pods launched. Escape into Talon 4. Research Command Center. Or maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is the command center. SR388. Oh, from Metroid 2. Oh, like the original Metroid 2. I see what you're saying. I thought you meant Metroid Prime 2. It's a mutagen. Yeah, okay. Biohazardous, not radioactive. Okay, so maybe it's not radioactive then. Yeah, I guess we'll have to figure out what radon is. Radon. What Phazon is. I know what radon is. That's a very real thing. A mouth-like orifice used for birthing offspring. Oh, good. So you see, I told you that the bobs and the vagine were very much intact. That means that somebody, some modder, presumably, would have had to modify and enhance the texture pack for the monster vagina, the monster birth canal, to really sex it up. You know, this is what the people really demand when it comes to a Metroid Prime remastered, is they want high quality, high polygon count monster vaginas to really make things fun and sexy. This is what Nintendo is afraid. It's too afraid of us. It's too afraid to show us. And destroy the Barney rubble. Very good. Let's destroy the rubble. There we go. Yeah, this is why they've been reneging on the idea of some kind of Metroid Prime remaster. They want us to forget about the high quality monster vaginas. Honestly, they're missing out. Planet Phase, or maybe it's just called Phase. Yeah, they're pretty mean lads. Are they called phasers? I sure hope so. Set phasers to stun. Excessive blunt trauma to the cranium. You know, you can just say his head got fucked, honestly. We'll understand. You can just tell it to us, game. You can give it to us straight. Map facility. Oh, I like that. How do I open doors? You shoot them. Little friends. He got horny bonked. He got sent to horny jail. Umbilical Hall? Oh my god. Umbilical Hall is a phrase I was not prepared for. That's shit I would expect to read in like Morrowind, not Metroid Prime. Umbilical Hall sounds like a Dagoth cave, like sub name, like sub cave entrance. Enter the Umbilical Hall, Nervarine. So turn to a morph ball. The morph ball feature is really slick, honestly. This is like, I really like how they did the morph ball in this game, in these games rather. So here's the map. Can I learn about the map? Research entry. Ooh, let's learn about research. That would be this one. Research, here it is. Map stations. Walk into the map station. It's easy. You can't fuck it up, honestly. And it's up, ironically, that's right, we turn into Sonic mode. I think, I don't know if it's in this game or if it's in another, it's in one of the subsequent games, but you can get some pretty cool power-ups for the morph ball mode. Like a little charge ahead, speed boost. You downloaded the map. A Dwemer ruin, I could see that too, yeah. Access the map, very good. And look at this, it's so fancy. And there's a zoom. Look at that, I can zoom in and out. This was like pretty slick back in the day. A really nice like way to examine the maps and like rotate around it really easily, so it makes it easier to navigate. I like it. A lot to appreciate. More data logs to read. Downloaded the map. Stop all the downloading. 2 Parasite Queen specimens are volatile. Well, that doesn't sound like it's a bad thing. I guess one of them, I think we saw one of them earlier. That might have been the queen with their alien vagina. Parasitic infestation in the ventilation system. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure it didn't cause any bad things to happen. I wonder what could have possibly caused the distress signal to be picked up here. More parasites. Oh, never mind. That's the ship. Oh, frigate exterior is fine. Stable and functional. Talon 4 ground zero area. Crater radiation readings normal. Alright, so there's some kind of crazy big crater then at Talon 4 that was a noteworthy event that they were, I guess, trying to harvest Phazon from or something. But what for? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Bonk. Got a cool little elevator room here. What's this guy? It's not functional. Something has to activate it or turn it on. I have to talk dirty to it. Fan-made 2 version? Really, Iros? Like a 2D version? I have not heard about this, but that would be incredible to see. I mean, I would imagine this game, in the right hands, could be 2D-ified. At least to, like, recreate the adventure in a more kind of a general sense. I can see that being doable, but yeah, I haven't heard about this. This sounds awesome. Oh, oops, I didn't mean to click away, but yeah, it's just to activate the elevator. Platform active. So we walk into it, right? There we go. Forget about it. That's right, Amnesia. Just a demo, but still pretty cool. Oh, yeah, that seems really cool. I like the idea of having that expanded into like a full game in some variety. It sounds neat, but that's a lot of work, of course. I imagine there's a lot of things they could probably simplify. There's a lot of detail in this game that would be lost from 2D-ifying it, but still, just seeing some kind of alternate take would be pretty slick. Now, this part of the facility seems a little bit less worse for wear. I don't want to, like, judge it too harshly. Maybe they're just renovating, but I don't think fire in a space station is, or lightning arcing, electricity arcing like this is a good idea. Containment breach, yeah, I mean, is anybody surprised? Conductor unit has been damaged. Use caution and don't get fucked by electricity, please. You will not feel good. Alright, so we need to, well, looks like we'll have to ball it up. Ball out. This is actually a prequel to Super Monkey Ball, believe it or not. Metroid Prime exists in the Super Monkey Ball video game universe, the metaverse. Actually, I don't know that for sure, but imagine if it did. That's one of the nice things, too, is having the Monkey Ball re-release is happening, which is very nice to see. So I never actually played Monkey Ball back in the day. I definitely want to play 1 and 2. That seems like a lot of fun. What's up, Pokemaniac? Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to non-hell. This is the opposite of hell, which would be I don't know. I'm trying to think like what's the trying to think of like a clever pun with my channel name. Regardless, it's good to see you, Pokemaniac. We're playing Metroid Prime 1 with mouse and keyboard controls. We're scanning everything that we see to learn about the universe. Oh, there's a friend. Well, it looks like he might be injured, maybe? Severe internal damage detected. Looks like he's having a bit of a rough time. You okay there, homie? You want to fight when you're, like, bleeding out your organs? Alright, we'll just give him a quick death. There's a guy over there, too. Hold on, no, let's try to scan him first. He's got some broken bones. Both legs are broken. But I can research the juice. The health. Put him out of his misery. He's got his legs broke. Let's break his arms too then. And also you can use the charge beam to draw health and missiles and that kind of stuff to you. But yeah, we're using PrimeHack. It's pretty cool. It's my first time playing it. I've played Metroid Prime 1 before, but it's been years. Like, not since the game first came out. Almost 20 years ago, which is wild to me. But my first time playing PrimeHack, which is pretty cool. Also, I've never played Prime 2 or 3, so I'll eventually play those as well. Got a YouTube video, and that's the demo. Excellent. Excellent. Let's check that out. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so we were scanning things. I just put some space pirates out of their misery. Spice pirates. Because one of them had his legs broken, so I fucking murdered him. Specimen is hibernating. Transference of Phazon batch complete. Okay, this all sounds a little bit ominous and scary. These wall entries seem to have lots of interesting lore. Unknown rejection, or unknown, period, rejection of Phazon compound detected on some kind of specimen. So they were like experimenting on, I guess, creatures with the Phazon. Harvested from Talon 4. And surprisingly, something bad happened, presumably. Parasite egg and pupa stage. Fluid sacs in the mouth enlarge after mutation. That's the sexiest thing I've read all day. After mutation, the carapace becomes rigid. Oh yes, keep going. Combat mutation applications are complete. So... applications. So it's like they were trying to weaponize these parasites, I guess? They were trying to, like, inject them with Phazon to, like, mutate them. And then weaponize them for their own militaristic gains. Dipping animals into Phazon. Just to see what happens. Yeah, just inject it with space cancer and see what happens. Space radiation. Space biohazard. Next security hall. Beta security hall. Yeah, but I'm an alpha. Quills look unstable. Nah, I'm sure it's fine. Everything in this facility is top-notch. Everything's great. Nothing bad's happened. Something has been sealed to prevent radiation leaks. Oh, well, that's reassuring. Thanks for that reassurance, game. Fire missiles. Fires the missiles. What do I have to missilify, I suppose? Oh, something broke. Ballistics support needed. Why do you need ballistics? No reason. Nothing bad is happening. Nothing bad is happening at all. It's everything's fine. What's that? Oh, it's a okay. Ouch. Ah, hold on. I want to scan you. I want to learn how to read. New creatures. Yes, this is a creature, a defense drone thing. All right, so they say missiles. Did I get him? There we go. So that's one nice thing. I didn't have to lock on. I just kind of was able to just click with my mouse, which is pretty nifty. So I got a missile from it, which is nice. I was thinking there'd be a fun fact here. Looks like there's no fun facts here. Biohazard containment. This place at least isn't as on fire. It's a little bit smoldering. But, I mean, those earlier hallways we saw were pretty worse for wear. This one isn't too bad. Oh my. A lot of things in here. Also, yeah, so that's another little indication there. You can see right here, if you look through the glass, it's a little bit hard to see, but there is what I think is another security, what's the word? Security turret, defense turret. And because there's a known enemy on the screen, the game is kind of giving us a heads up, like, yo, there's a thing over here. Just FYI. If I right-click, it will auto-lock onto it, and I can strafe around it, which is nifty. But I already have mouse and keyboard controls, so the strafing is already, like, pretty easy to do. What if I can actually hit him with a charge shot? I think I might have missed. Let's try one more time. There we go. So you don't have to use missiles if you don't want to. Speaking of which, let's get learned on the two items we read earlier. So let's do this one. So creatures, auto turret, yes. Use missiles to break outer casing. Yep, that's as you'd expect. Oh, run. That was the wrong button. Shit, I want to go back, not exit entirely. Acquired items, logbook entries, 1%. Yeah, so we still got quite a ways to go. So small missile ammo. Supplies missile. It's 3 missiles worth. Very nice. So what's this friend? It looks like his skeleton is. Oh yeah, he's fucked up. This thing got torn apart. What happened to this lad? His underbelly's exposed. His skeleton's poking out. It's been horribly mutated. There are no life readings. Yeah, I can't imagine there would be. With literally no internal organs and an exposed skeleton, it's kind of a hard one to keep around. Phazon infusion stage 3 initiated, and as a larva it was great, but that's about it. There's a red thing. Let's scan that in a minute. Let's scan all the optional things first. Phazon stage 2, inducing mutagen into the tank, the Phazon that is. And it worked, or it was complete at least. Stage 1, parasitic larvae diagnostic rather. Cell structure stable, so that's all fine and dandy. I wonder what that one's gonna do. What else is there? That's where we just came from. That was the deck beta security hall. What about the duck beta security hall? Fatal mutation. Defense turret malfunction. Yeah, because I blew it up. It was me. We have a friend. Is he alive? Parasitic larvae. Harmless unless encountered in large numbers. Are you alive? Can I kill you? I cannot. And here's another similar but different one. Oh, that one. The one next to me is getting jostled. Plasmite info. What's this one? Oh, something big. Oh, I think I'm recognized from that. I think I recognize those from Metroid, from Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion. Little hoppy boys. Unknown status, xenotropic life form, unstable, use caution. Yeah, he's, I think we'll get to see more of those in the future. This one, I guess, is empty. Another one of those guys. So we're seeing some experiments in progress. Infusion analysis 10.2. Okay. 12.5. Okay. Very, very helpful. Very good. Bioform pain tolerance levels at 13% in holding. Okay, so it's good that we're measuring how much pain these things can endure. Biohazard waste removal can begin in 3 hours. I mean, well, there's some stuff to clean up here. That you're not wrong. That's probably the thing we need to scan to go forward. Specimen cell structure failing. Does not match DNA. Terminating infusion sequence. Match does not match DNA. I wonder what that means. So, like, I guess its DNA was malforming. The DNA double helix was turning into a roller coaster. Stage 4, larvae diagnostic mass. The structure was failing. Yeah, that's when it got fucked a little bit. What's this guy do? Oh, just more pirate data. Okay. So it doesn't always do something. Sometimes it's just more lore. More lore for Thor. Oh, pirate data. Stop. The fall of Zebus. Do you guys say Zebus or Zebes? Because I've heard people confidently say either one. I always thought Zebus sounds better, but I don't know if it's actually correct. So they encrypted this data, and I guess we just immediately decrypted it, I guess, or something. All ground personnel are presumed dead, either killed by the hunter clad in metal, which is us, or in the subsequent destruction of the underground facilities. Research frigates Orpheon, all those were in orbit. And hey, thank you, Pyro. Thank you, Pyro, for that raid, my friend. How you doing, my friend? Thank you very much. You say, yeah, you say Zebus. I say Zebus as well, but yeah, the spelling seems like it would be off. Thank you, Pyro, for being here, my friends. Hope you're all doing well. Playing some Minecraft. Excellent. How the game's going tonight, guys? We're playing some Metroid Prime, by the way. This is Metroid Prime 1 with mouse and keyboard controls, courtesy of PrimeHack. Oh, Pyfro, rather. Yeah, not Pyro. Pyfro. Thank you for being here. How'd your stream go? So you were doing some Minecraft. Were you doing, like, were there any specific projects you're working on? Pronounce it as Zebus, yeah. Other M says Zebus. That's good enough. Yeah, it's good enough for me. I guess that's the one good thing to come from Other M. Actually, I guess there's a few, like, legit interesting things to come from Other M, lore-wise, but not a whole lot, honestly. Some 3 hours with... Oh, Grammar Guru. Very fun. That sounds awesome. That sounds fun. That was awesome. Yeah, what kinds of stuff were you guys doing in your Minecraft server? Like, if there was, like, a certain project you were undertaking, or if you were just playing through the campaign mode or the single-player main mode. I don't know if story mode is the right way to phrase it, but it's the normal stuffs. They have it as Zebus, yeah, or yeah, not Zebes, Planet Zebus. Or oh, you said Zebus. Oh, that's a different spell or different pronunciation. I gotcha. Oh, end busting. Oh, okay, that's a phrase I'll admit. I don't know what that phrase means necessarily. End busting. I thought you meant like, oh, we're busted, like we're playing the game, we're grinding it out. I thought that's what you meant. Okay, so like so I'm guessing like the end, what is that called? The Ender Dragon, like maybe fighting him a bunch of times? Survival mode? Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, end busting. I'll admit I don't know what that phrase is. I haven't played Minecraft very much throughout my life, but I've watched other people play it, so it's one of those games where I enjoy watching others play it, but I haven't really played it a whole lot myself. We're playing Metroid Prime 1, and I admittedly play these games fairly slow paced, and playing with mouse and keyboard does make the combat a little bit faster, but I like to take time to read all the lore entries and that kind of thing, to get learnt on the lore, that kind of stuff. The end cities. Oh, okay. Just lots of good loots. Hell yeah. The loot goblin. I respect the notion of all of us inside of us having a little loot goblin that gets really tickled and happy whenever we get lots of loot. Because, yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like the loot goblin gets sufficiently tickled whenever I play games like Diablo 2 or 3, or just any kind of collectathon well, maybe not collectathon, but any kind of looter type of game, right? Maybe even like the looter shooters do this as well. It tickles a certain part of the brain that is just ever so satisfying. But thank you for that raid, my friends. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining in. I know it is getting kind of late for some time zones, so I won't be sad if people have to hop off. But thank you, Pyfro. It's very sweet of you, and thank you for that follow. We're learning about what had happened in the events leading up to this game. I think Prime 1 takes place after Super Metroid, I think. Because they're talking about the different frigates. Right now, this is Space Frigate. I guess is this Orpheon? I know that this one is like a Talon 4 outpost. Orpheon is Ducted Vortex outpost. Cargo appears to 100% survival rate. Okay, so Orpheon is probably nearby. Metroids are healthy, but unrestricted feeding schedules. Well, that's a little bit not great then, if there's Metroids that we're talking about here. Orpheon's cargo appears to have 100% survival rate. Metroids are healthy, but unrestricted feeding schedules because of an uncertain supply status. They want to research the Metroids and other promising life forms. Security status at Code Blue. No signs from the Hunter, which is us, presumably. So yeah, if they were wanting to do even more experiments on Metroids, and they've got a batch of Metroids that they're wanting to experiment upon, at this point we had assumed that the Metroids were gonzo, but of course it is never that simple. It's never that simple to just get rid of them. It's like I said, this is mouse and keyboard controls. And all of its smooth, mousy glory. Smooth, mousy, and keyboardy glory. Get some food? Absolutely. Absolutely, get some food for sure. Streaming for 3 hours will definitely stir up an appetite. Actually, speaking of long streams, we have a long stream coming up this Saturday. 24-hour marathon for charity. It's going to be for Extra Life. It's going to be a fundraiser for the Children's Miracle Network. I'm very excited for it. It's going to start at noon, my time, Central Standard Time, on Saturday. It's going to be a wild time, and I'm very excited for it. It's after Metroid 1, but before 2. Oh, interesting. Oh, so it's an interquel. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so the destruction they were talking about then would have been the destruction of the Mother Brain stuff, which at that point, Metroids would not be extinct. Because in Metroid 2, you fuck up a bunch of Metroids. Interesting stuff. So see, now I know. Thank you, Awful Devil. Awful Devil, you're my lore man. Mutagen tank. Some more Phazon deliciousness. This guy's aim is slightly hindered because he had a brain hemorrhage. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it. What happened to you? Are your legs broke? Severe internal damage. Just internal damage. He's just messed up, man. I was gonna missile him. Oh, there we go. So I guess there's splash damage with the missiles. Kinda makes sense. Now what's this? Bladed parasite larva. So they're probably immune to like most normal shots. It's interesting, we can learn about these things, but we don't get the actual creature entries for our like research creature lore wiki articles. We don't actually get those added until we actually encounter these monsters in the wild. Zoomer. This is what Zoomers will form into. The youth of today will eventually turn into little spiky friends. A native of Talon 4. Okay, Zoomer. Whoa! Like nice little freeze frame of that bullet that just passed by us. Solitary holding for something. 2 Phazon level, a toxic status. Hermetic seal. Okay, well, whatever it is, sounds unpleasant. Oh, this one looks like he's... Oh, no, I wanna read about the friend. There we go, I wanna read about you, as he's kicking the shit out of me. Space pirate, minimal injuries, so he looks pretty normal. He's kinda kicking the shit out of me, actually. That's what I get for setting it to veteran mode. But I want to learn. 46 health, by the way. No pressure. War Wasp. Well, that just sounds awful. Is that like the murder hornets we had last year? Or maybe the year prior? Solitary holding cell 3. Phazon level is normal. Hermetic seal. Okay, that's fine. Holding cell 4. Toxic status. Another friend here. Little spiky friend with like little clampies. Shriek bat. I wonder why they're called that. I'm sure they don't make awful noises. What's this lad? Ice shriek bat. Oh my. You don't say. What's this one? Holding cell 5, and it's empty. Well, that's not super reassuring. Let's walk right into him. And I can scan you as you're dying. Acid burns have welded the joints of the exoskeleton. Oh god. Sounds brutal. Oh, I meant to scan the door. So is there anything else here? Something here. Tank 4, more Phazon. Very good. Oh, there's the area we came from earlier, actually. So it's all part of the same general dealio. Okay. Where you just came from, that was biohazard containment, and of course more log entries along the wall here. Mobs have very little chance of ending your game. Yeah, the bosses can get spicy for sure. Unless you're like me and you sometimes gallivant about with low health. I remember dying in Super Metroid a couple times to some dumb encounters that I should have been able to deal with, but I went in with low resources. So if airflow is restricted, ventilation will explode. Very good. Obstruction detected in the reactor ventilation system. I'm sure the reactor ventilation system doesn't need free-flowing air. I mean, what are reactors anyway? They're hardly useful, hardly necessary. Security codes, auto defense. Change every other lunar cycle. Okay, that's nice, I guess. Find ourselves some security codes in. Oh. I can use the charge shot to draw it towards me. Alright, so that'll unlock that. This guy is very dead. Death caused by severe lacerations to the abdomen. You say that. I don't really see any abdominal shenanigans. He seems alright. He's just taking a nap. That's all it is. Deck Gamma approved. Please step into the hologram. Like whenever you kill the security drones, it just sparks forever. That's cool. Just rolling over corpse. Yeah, we like kind of rolled into his corpse like we just resting on his lap like a cat. Oh, I don't want to scan that. The device does not seem functional. What about the guy that's trying to shoot us? Minimal injuries. I keep hoping I'll get the like lore entry for him. Well, these guys we've already scanned. Yeah, these guys are old news, the Parasite lads. I have to be a little bit careful about my health now that I've lost so much in the preceding combat sequences. Death caused by removal of internal organs. Well, you kind of need some of those. Lacerations to the abdomen once again. Door lock enabled. Insert a metallic sphere to open the door. Some kind of metallic sphere. Well, gee willikers, I wonder what that could possibly be. It's even shaped like us. Some kind of sphere would fit into the clamp. The clamps! Energy flows through a series of locking mechanisms. Excellent. Well, we have just the thing. Nice and easy. Oh, hold on. Can I like... Well, actually, maybe they're nice. Maybe they're friends. Oh, they're not friends. There we go. The 38 health, by the way. Used to drop projectiles to me. And it's a pretty generous range, if I recall. Save station, I could probably use that. I wonder if it would also restore my health. Yeah, why would they use spherical locks? Yeah, it seems like it's just such a great coincidence that they would just happen to use some kind of spherical object that just happens to be my morph ball. It's like they secretly want us to pursue them. It's like they're trying to be like, no, we don't like Samus, but then it's like, actually, Samus, please chase us. Chase us, Space Mommy. Acidic burns to the face. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it sometimes. How about this guy? Severe lacerations. I'm seeing a pattern here. I like the guy that had all of his organs removed. Cranial trauma. Tag yourself. I'm cranial trauma. Another metal sphere right there. There it is. Look at that. In all of its glory. What happened to you? This creature looks like it struggled to get through this door. Status dead. Struggled to get through the door. It's like he had his hands on the little cord and everything. Anyway, let's go ahead and save. Here we go.
Recorded to logbook.
What year it's set in? Yeah, 20x5, like in Mega Man, where it's like the year 20XX. It's like, what does that even mean? I didn't scan the turrets. I scanned other turrets. I'm hoping that because I scanned the preceding ones that these are all the samesies. Installing morph ball size ventilation tubes in their bases. Yeah, it's like they were secretly wanting to allow all this to happen. They knew what they were doing. They were like, we need to stop Samus, but we need to like make it plausible for her to get to us. If they made it just like, I don't know, rectangular shaped, or maybe square shaped, it wouldn't have been an issue. A square peg in a round hole, or a round hole in a round peg in a square hole. Anyway, so more intel. Sweet intel. It was research. Save station. Get your energy restored. That's what I like to hear, baby. Just so much pretty stuff to appreciate in this game. It's so pretty. Do I want to save? Yes, I would love to. Energy fully replenished. So pretty. 21st century, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be... Seems like this would be pretty far flung into the future, but yeah, what do I know, man? Maybe we're closer to the future than we thought we would be. Oh, I wonder what this could be. You might ask yourself. I think I remember this room. It's pretty iconic, pretty recognizable. I was learning. Come on, don't. Ah, man, I gotta do this again. I was commenting. I was giving commentary. Game, don't bamboozle me like that, dude. Door opening sequence takes forever. That's what happens when you stop and smell the roses. Sometimes the roses are too spicy. All right, so these guys. Oh my god, look at all this blood and gore out here. Nintendo only makes games for kids. Meanwhile, games for kids. Fucking Space Pirate Massacre. Signatures still contain a heat signature. They've not been dead for long. Fucking green blood everywhere. Good lord. Bloodbath. Large amounts of blood missing from the carcasses. Yeah, analysis. You don't fucking say. Analysis complete. No life signs detected. Yeah? Yeah, it do be that way, honestly. 20,000 years. I don't doubt it, honestly. That's pretty remarkable. Oh, shit. So this is the other queen, I think. We saw one queen earlier who got exploded. Alright, first things first, let's get learned. The first boss of the game. So iconic. Creature entry. Actually, hold on. What's the entry? Maybe learning about the entry mid-battle will be helpful. I'm like, yo, hold on, Parasite Queen, I need to read about you. Can you, like, pause real quick while I do some quick learnings? Some learnings? Feel free to let me know if the audio is too loud, by the way. I have it not super loud on my end, but if it's hard to hear me, guys, I can very easily lower it if need be. It said it was under creatures, right? Maybe I'm a fool. I don't see it anywhere. Going down, I'm going down. Oh, Parasite Queen, there it is. Weak spot detected on her mouth. Not the birth canal. The mouth canal. These are auto-targeting to acquire this new target. Potent mutagen, origins unknown. Ability to fire weapons-grade blasts of energy from her mouth. Not usually a standard trait for these things. Parasites have begun bioengineering these things with considerable results. I'm considering them. Yes, there's that shot. I bet missiles would do really good damage. There we go. Yeah, get mad. I'll charge up. All these like little barriers spinning around. Ouch! It's not that much damage, thankfully. Missile. Yeah, get fucked. Oh yeah, she's mad. Oh, that is big damage. Holy shit, there we're kidding. We are destroying her. Oh my god, it's not even close. Yeah, jumping at the right time is the strat for that little splody. Ouch! Got her on the ropes. On the ropes, and she's about to be nopes or something. Achievement unlocked. That's right. Yeah, there's like pseudo achievements in the Metroid Prime collection. Only 8,000 because of the 10,000 date. Right? Yeah. So yeah, it's like what is their starting date? Right. So it's like depends on how the number system works. Evacuate. So now we have a time limit, so I can't dawdle around as much as I would like to. As much as I want to scan everything, we kind of have to get going because we have a time limit now. Look at all the warning signs in the wall. It's like, oh god, it's all getting hacked. Oh god, oh fuck, oh god. I'll try to scan things as I'm able, but we might have to be quick and fancy. Sealed to prevent radiation leaks. Yeah, I guess there was stuff happening behind there, wasn't there? Like all the little like alerts in the walls. We can't read it obviously, but it's like, yo, shit's getting weird. Not functional. Gotta hit the thing. Let's hit the thing real quick. Boom. Please step into the hologram. Whoop. You can see there's like a little bit of a glitch there as I'm looking straight up. I don't know if you can look straight up in vanilla Metroid Prime. That might make the game a little bit confused. What's this? Perimeter defense turret. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. Does that turn off the turret? It do turn off the turret. That's kind of nice. So scanning the walls actually does have a strategery advantage. Now I could still be mean and fuck him up, and I will. He's harmless. Time to kill. Oh, whoa! Oh wait. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe that's the other queen. So maybe I should. Oh wait, no, I can't even scan you. You're just minimal injuries. What happened to this fucking monstrosity? This creature is deceased, whatever it was. Secure area and terminate specimen. Larvae vital signs critical. So that was a larvae. It looked pretty big to me. One up there. Let's put him out of his misery. Although I think the station's about to explode anyway, so probably nothing of loss, honestly. Oh, where do I go from here? Oh, I probably climb up here, don't I? Looks like this guy's injured. Let's put him out of his misery as well. I think we've already been this way, so now we're kind of just tracing our way backwards. Oh, this is a new area, though. We even saw a thing at one point saying that, like, if the ventilation is breached, is plugged, it'll explode. Oh, what the hell? Oh, lots of parasites, holy shit. Ripley from Alien was 2092, there you go. Metroid is a Japanese alien, there we go. See, or Metroid is Japanese alien, yeah? That makes more sense. Yeah, there was AD and then AG, so it's like a new nomenclature. We're counting years. That is a crazy amount of years. It's like, it's hard for my brain to fathom that much time in, like, human civilization. They travel in swarms. They sure do. Can I kill? I can kill. Although, I can't kill all of them. There's just so many. Oh my god. What about missiles? Splash damage gets shit done. Oh my god, it's so messy. Okay, let's just walk through it. I can't kill all of you. You're too messy. You're too messy and sloppy. Oh god, oh god. Oh my god, Lois. And there's more of them. Oh my fucking god. Maybe a charge shot will like explode them. Oh my god, it's so green. I wonder what this is doing to my bit rate. Get the fuck away from you, little fucking gremlins. There's more of them, yep. Missile. It's like the splash damage does good. Like, does decent coverage, but it's not enough for these fucking monsters. You need, like, you need a tactical nuke to take these things out. Holy moly. They're everywhere, man. Holy shit. What an infestation. I guess we were warned ahead of time. There was some infestations that have been happening. Thankfully, as they're dying, they're dropping health, so it's like I'm not really losing much out of this. It's messy. Oh, explosions. Whoa! Okay, I was looking to see if I have to jump down. We saw this earlier. Let's keep going this way. More of them, very good. That's actually one nice thing about being in the scan mode is that you can usually see bad guys come at you pretty easily with the little heads up scan images that they give you. Oh, I missed. Just shoot that to open it. Right, I keep forgetting you have to shoot doors sometimes. Big orange button. And do shit. Probably only have a few missiles left, so I probably shouldn't be spamming missiles quite so much. We'll just run through them. It's like, it's okay, it's okay. It's like the flood from Halo 1. Well, all of Halo, rather. Just let them hit you, it's fine. They do so little damage as long as they don't break your shield. Oof. I'm trying to open the door. It doesn't stay open long enough. There we go. Trying to prevent those things from busting through. 2 minutes left. Can we get there? Gonna be dicey. Oh. That is very rusty. We'll follow it. And I have a feeling I probably don't want to be here when that thing goes. Yeah, probably don't want to be there for the pulverization. Gotta go fast. Samus Resurrection. Confirm the theory. What's this? Living for 4,000 years. Yeah, the navigators, right? You were saying for like the space travel monsters. Oh, jeez. I didn't realize. I forgot we actually get to see Mecha Ripley at this point. Or Ridley. Mecha Ridley at this point. So when we first get to see him. So he was being like worked on? Yeah, Samus is like, God damn it, this piece of shit. So I guess he was being worked on at this point. So this is the grapple beam, right? Which button did I set for this? Is it this button? Oh, okay, just right click. Okay. There we go. Not too bad. Yeah, Meta Ridley. So yeah, so they were umbilical retraction. Yeah, so they were fixing him up. The space pirates. Weapons upgrade complete. Yep. Stinger ballistics, fuel, plasma fuel cells. So they knew what they were doing. They were souping up this fucking monster. God damn it. Got 1 minute left. Can we get back in time? Ethan's turn. I should probably like stop trying to scan everything and just go fast. I think we're getting pretty close to the end though. Uh-oh. No! Alright, so that's when that happens. Alright, so now we've lost, like, everything. It's a morph ball. We don't have charge shot anymore. We don't have missiles. Grapple beam, no grapple beam. No Variasuit now, so we like, I think Variasuit, I can't remember what Variasuit actually offers. You still have the scanner, obviously. I think Variasuit allows you to, withstand high temperatures of some variety. Not like as high as like fire, obviously, but like some basic environmental stuff to go for. Repressurizing. There it goes. Alright, so we got 30 seconds, but this is the final stretch. So I think we're in good shape. That's the heat, so yeah, for heat withstanding. I don't know if it's like lava per se, but I think it's just high temperatures. I think this is a separate suit for withstanding lava. So Meta Ridley lives, god damn it. That son of a bitch, we keep killing him and he keeps coming back. So this would have been after Metroid Prime 1. So Meta Ridley would have been like an attempt to rebuild him, I suppose. After we kicked his ass in Metroid 1, rather. I keep saying Prime 1, I mean just Metroid 1. So are we chasing Meta Ridley, or are we just going to Talon 4? And I think we're chasing him, actually. Oh, wait, hold on. Were those dead space parts floating in the distance? I thought I saw at one point there were, like, floating corpses just floating around of the space pirates. I didn't, like, look in time, though. Enemy target. Alright, so we're trying to track Meta Ridley. We're trying to chase his ass down, even though we have no missiles and no charge shot. Only 1 health bar. We tripped over a beach ball. Yeah, an explosive beach ball. Yeah, really, Scott. Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. So lava still hurts you. Yeah, like the lava hurts, but being in the lava realm doesn't hurt you. Like just breathing the lava air. Spicy air. Metroid Fusion was resurrection. That's an interesting point. Is there like a... Oh, are you referring to like Alien Resurrection? Or like a movie tie-in called Resurrection, because I don't know if I know the reference necessarily. But yeah, if we're trying to look for Metroid and Alien slash Ridley Scott crossovers, then I'm down to float this theory. Yeah, Alien 4. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I've mentioned before, I've only seen Aliens. I've never seen the first one, and I've never seen anything after the second one, which is Aliens. And I want to. I've heard Alien 1 is a very good movie that's worth seeing. Even if Aliens is the classic, I've still heard that 1 is still worth watching. Fourth one is Resurrection. Okay, cool. Right, so now I think we've landed on Talon 4 proper. It's just called the landing site. Obviously, we don't have a lot of map info right now. You listen closely. You kind of have Metroid music. It's kind of some musical illusions. Scan my ship. Let's see what our ship has to say. Maybe it's like in Futurama where the spaceship, the Planet Express ship, is like a sentient entity. So it'd be under research. Gunship. Is that what her ship is called? Yeah. Hunter class gunship. Does it have a specific name? Like like Boba Fett has the slave too, like that kind of thing. Recharge energy, reload weapons, save progress. Very good. And yes, we're in this nice, lush, rainy, greeny environment. I love it. And some doors we don't know where they lead. We can see one up here. Actually, that's not a door. That's some of the fauna. Or flora, rather. Red starburst. That's my favorite flavor. Edible flowers bloom seasonally. A delicacy in many territories. Can I just eat them? She, like, feeds them through her helmet somehow. Now, normally we'd be able to morph ball under here. We have no morph ball right now, so all I can do is look at it and cry. I can press the morph ball button, but it doesn't go. What was the creature we just learned about? Maybe there's multiple ships? Oh, you're probably right, Irasi. Because the gunship that we have is like a lot smaller than one that we see in Super Metroid in subsequent games. Maybe like Samus is loaded and she's like hella wealthy. She has the ability to afford all these like really expensive, badass fucking like bounty hunting ships and cool crap like that. Maybe she's loaded. She doesn't even need to collect these bounties. She just does it for funsies. For the thrill of the chase. Thrill of the hunt, because she is the hunter. This is the Tangleweed. Tangleweed every day. Retracts if threatened. Only danger to small organisms. I'm a small organism, so that would be dangerous. They have little barbs. For meals. Trapping meals. Lack the strength to do... They lack the strength to do anything. Just anything at all. Anything more than hinder larger life forms. I could have just said they just can't do anything. She's got the space cars, man. There's something else back there. I want to get the little bonus entry. Oh, there we go. Missile expansion. Oh, there's a missile expansion down there. Nice. I do see it. Yeah, the little orange glowy friend. Small tunnel. Also, some kind of morph ball stuff to be done there. Talon Fern. Non-toxic variety of Silo Talonensis. Near water sources. Well, I see some water. And it's raining. Lichen is giving off low levels of radiation. So... And it's not something that we know about. No flora or fauna databank matches. Is it hurt us if we walk over it? Does not appear to. And that's the other thing too, you can look straight down. Well, almost fully straight down. And then look almost fully straight up. Whereas I don't think you could in Metroid Prime 1 or 3. Oh yeah, it's like sometimes... I think like when you look straight up, I think the game gets a little bit weird sometimes, because yeah, this is not something you would normally be able to do in the base game. Do I have unlimited oxygen? I guess I'll assume I do until I'm told otherwise. And of course we have no swimming. We can jump in the water. But water controls are a little bit weird. Whoop. So foggy. This way. There's a doorway here we can go. As you can imagine, I'm very much just kind of taking in the sights and the sounds. So there's one potential direction we can go this way. See if I can hop up here. Can I make that jump? You might need a double jump. Whoop. Okay, no, we're good. I know there is a... What's it called? The space jump, I think? I know there's that. There's also the screw attack. So pretty. So luminescent. Yeah, this is No Man's Sky. Yeah, this is, yeah, Metroid Prime No Man's Sky evolved. No Metroid Sky. So here's the starburst fauna, or flora rather. Spider vines. Bioluminescence attracts insects to be consumed by spider vines. Brutal. Right, so there's a door here. And there's a door over there, although I have a sneaking suspicion we probably can't get up to that one. This leads to nothing. Yeah, so this is actually that's one we just came from. This one we can reach no problem. But yeah, since we don't have the map data, we have no idea what any of these leads to, so it's up to us to explore to find out. Let's see if I can jump up to here. Can I jump off my ship? Not quite, so we can't get up there. We explored that area earlier. Right, so that'll be for something in the future. Probably double jump required, that kind of deal. Or maybe grappling hook. Let's just pick a direction and start explorificating. I'm gonna say this way, since we saw this one earlier. Saw this one first earlier. There's some friends. Creature entry. Creature feature. Let's see what this one was. We already saw the Tingly. This is the blast cap. Do they explode? Volatile chemicals. They explode if agitated, so let's make them mad. Poisonous flesh keeps it from being eaten, so we can eat it. Confirmed. Also detonates when the fungal cap senses even slight contact. Honestly, that's a mood. Oh, crap, that's wrong button. That was the wrong button. Oh no, I hacked it up. Crap. Alright, so this is one thing I was afraid I would do. If I press the escape button, it tries to escape out of the game. And now the resolution is kind of borked. I don't know of a way to fix it. Hold on, what if I do this? What if I right click and say, like, maximize maybe? Store, and then full screen. Crap. It's like now I want to get rid of the top bar. That's annoying. Here, I know how to fix this. Because the resolution is kind of sad. I know how to fix this. It's a bit of a jank way to do it, but I'll save my game. Samus looks so like petite and slender without the various. She's like such a small little human without the bulky badass like shoulders and everything else. Like, oh, it's like little mini Samus. She's so small. Far be it for me to make somebody make fun of somebody for being small. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna exit and then just relaunch, because that'll resolve the issue with the resolution being borked. I need to like forbid myself from pressing the escape button, as that's my go-to for like pausing with all other games. But on emulator, it's like, no, don't press that button, Alex. Don't do it. Resist the urge. Jump back into this. I do like the splash screen with the texture pack. It's very nice. I like it a bunch. They're pretty far apart too. I didn't even notice that detail, honestly. So cool. I like this intro. And like I said, this is all through the Metroid Prime trilogy, which is probably fairly obvious. And a reminder that I do have my physical copy of the trilogy. I walked through the whole sequence and how to like get the ISO and all that jazz like from the disc. So it's like I did the whole process. I tried to do it legit. I tried to do it like a real kid, like a big kid. So even though I do have the physical copy, and I was experimenting with the physical copy on the Wii U actually, I determined I'd just go ahead and go for the PrimeHack version. So the shoulder joints are, they're just wider than her hips. Maybe that was why they decided to make her hips like more accentuated in like the subsequent games. Single player. This is the one, 38 minutes. Only 38 minutes, really? Guess I've been live for 2 hours. Oh, look at her. She's got she's got like the little armor. So that's interesting. When you load the save, the Samus intro at the very beginning there mimics your current Samus mode. So yeah, you're right. Like the hips are very slender. So yeah, maybe that's just it. Maybe she's got like just smaller hips in this game, or just big shoulders. Right, so I'm forbidden from pressing the escape button. That is illegal. Well, I can't even morph ball right now. It's so sad. Samus is like, I'm the shell of the bounty hunter I once was. So here's these little explosive friends. So I can pop them. Do they drop anything? Oh, right, I can't have a charge shot even. I can't even charge shot? Are you kidding me? The sad state of affairs when you can't even charge shot, man. What's this? Formation blocks most of the tunnel. Small opening near the floor. There sure is, and I can't do shit about that. Scanner. Thing. Info. So we'll need the morph ball for that shit. It's like I want to explore. I want to jump around and just try to find like more places to like explore and possible extra side paths, that kind of thing. We're at full health, so we don't need that health power up necessarily. So I'm guessing this is a dead end for now. Actually, we can check the map if we wanted to. There's only one exit out of here, and we need the morph ball for that. So never mind. Can I like leave notes for myself? I'm spoiled by other games where such a thing is built in. Does look so cool though. Let's get back the way we came and find a different way to go. There was 2 other doors to try. Noma looking shoulders and hips, yeah. That's a good point too. There would have to be some form of shape-shifting, some form of like physiological shrinking or flattening or expanding, because yeah, you think about the morph ball. Yeah, when you morph into a ball, like the spinal column can't just curve like that easy peasy. That would be a little bit, you know, chiropractors everywhere would be stressed out by that notion. understandably. I wonder if that door's the way we want to go, since it started us off next to that door. Let's go the wrong way first. Presumed wrong way first. But yeah, you're right. There's probably... I would bet that the Chozo technology allows for some kind of explanation for what happens to Samus or just a regular human when they turn into a morph ball, or when they get the cool suit that's bigger or smaller. I wonder if there is ever any explanation, like an in-lore explanation for what caused it, like why does the morph ball work the way that it does? Oh, it's just like the monsters we saw in the 2Dification, where they got the little spinies. And they do kind of home in on you, don't they? So we'll zoom at them from afar. Ouch! What the health? We got it. Let's learn about the spiny friends. Yeah, you can even see it right there. Can I rotate the camera? I can zoom. It's kind of cool. There we go. Yeah, you can rotate around. So yeah, so you can see, yeah, like the shoulders are, yeah, a little bit farther out, and the hips are much smaller. Whereas, yeah, I think in like Other M, I think that was one of the criticisms about Other M, was like they made the hips much more accentuated, more feminine. So it's like very obvious what they were going for. But at the same time, it's Team Ninja, so you know, what are they gonna do? It's the Dead or Alive developers, so gotta put their own spin. It's a ball of blue energy. You're right. Yeah, the little like line in between is just this little glowy orb of energy or something. Is it a seedling? Dorsal spines are ejected in self-defense. Yes. So they just slow me down, which is annoying. But it's just annoying, and that's it, so nothing too bad. Normal female hips here. It's just the big shoulders, yeah. Yeah, it's like her, like, most of the dimensions are pretty normal, but in subsequent games, I feel like they're much more accentuated, so it's, like, super obvious. But you're right, in this game, it's not, like, as egregious. Yeah, big shoulders, though, yeah, big shoulders. And then the various suit, it's, like, bigger shoulders. Shoulder muscles. Every day at the gym, she only does shoulder workouts. Not leg day, not arm day, not like core day or cardio, just shoulders. Yeah, honestly, same, Rossi. Well, I mean, there's Zero Suit Samus, and well, you know, at one point they were like, oh yes, we gave her jet boots to allow her to like jump easier and to be more agile. And then it's like, jet boots, you say. Then you look at them and they're just like little jet powered high heels. It's like, yeah, they're jet boots, really. They're for agility. Yeah, sure. Reminds me of playing Earth Defense Force. And in EDF, whenever you have the wing divers, inevitably there's some kind of lore entry where they'll be like, remember, wing divers wear little armor so that they can be light and nimble and agile around the battlefield. And then you look at the wing diver armor, and it's like, boob window, boob window, boob window. It's like, and like short little robot skirt. It's like, yeah, it's for agility. All right, yeah. Whatever you got, whatever you want to tell yourself, guys. It's like, no, it's fine. We're not being weird. We have a reason. We have an explanation for it. It's not weird. It's like, okay, all right, no, it's fine. Nobody's questioning it. It's fine. No one's calling you on your shit. They're getting a little defensive there. Kill Team reports are in an aged structure, which is where we are, or near where we are. This is in Talon 4. We had the little cutscene where we kind of saw that overview of the area we're in right now. So some kind of structure built on Talon 4. Structure projects a containment field. Bars access to a prime source of energy within a deep crater. Is this the ground zero we were told about earlier? One chest cannon per there you go. Yeah. The Austin Powers. Perfect. Yeah, they remove the arm cannon. Just give her 2 of them right there. But anyway, it's powered by a number of strange Chozo artifacts. We have found some of them, and they're pretty cool. This field could hinder future energy production operations on Talon 4. We must dismantle it as soon as possible. The destruction of the Chozo artifacts, if it needs to be destroyed, or if they need to be destroyed, we will do it. Structure projects a containment field. So, does this mean that, like, we're unable to leave Talon 4 until we take out this or like disable this containment field. Is that what this means? Energy production operations. So yeah, I think they were trying to harvest the phazon from Talon 4. I think that's what was going on. Interesting stuff. So yeah, we saw from the get-go. Look how like it's this big structure. This big, not floating, but this big organic piece of rock and roots and grass over this crater. We're going in. Advanced enough, it just converts matter to energy, and vice versa. That makes sense. Yeah, so it just kind of hand waved. Research energy, or research entry rather, that requires the missile, and it just bounces back. Somehow shooting ourselves with our own bullets doesn't hurt us, thankfully. Looks like it ought to. Yeah, they can see behind us. It's kind of fun how that works out. What was the entry? I think I know what it's gonna say. Under research, probably a missile door, missile barrier, missile door lock. Invulnerable to beam weapons, but explosive weapons may do the trick. It might. It might. Oh, that's cool. After you shoot a bunch, watch the end of the cannon. Oh, never mind. It didn't do it that time. At one point, it was like giving off like a little heat signature. Okay, maybe it only does it if you shoot a fuck ton. So I'll shoot a fuck ton then. It's like, I really want to open this door. Let's shoot the crap out of it. There we go. You can kind of see it there. A little bit of a heat wave coming off. That's really cool. She just dematerializes, yep, and then rematerializes, which is pretty slick. Oh, these little friends. Downloaded to your entry logs. I'm downloading the intel. And some mushrooms. Saturnine. Iridescent mushrooms. Glow in the dark. I'm sorry, grows in the dank dark regions. So we do get to learn more about the morph ball. Yeah, so we get like more of the deets, which is nice. Guide stem. Pervasive. Oh, yes. Bioluminescent weed. Haha, yeah, smoke weed. Anyway. Learned about those creatures. The creature features. It wasn't the seedling. It was the beetles. Extremely aggressive. Mouth can tunnel through solid rock at high speeds. Can cover short distances rapidly. They attack anything that moves near their lair. Hell yes. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Whoops. There's more of the ferns. And these are the vines they were talking about earlier. Can I, like, dig into the sand? I guess I can't. We'll just assume we killed all the bad guys that were in here. As you can see, we're adding rooms to our map as we explore, so even though we haven't downloaded a map, we are kind of accumulating map data to add to our shit. We saw this earlier in the 2D-ification video. Another egg sac of some variety. So the creatures. The sap sac. Chemical reaction within the sac produces violent explosion when agitated. I'm seeing lots of agitated explosions in this game. Its irresistible odor and sweet nectar. The sap sac was nearly eaten out of extinction. The explosion of an the explosion of an explosive chemical sac saved it. Now only brave or ingenious creatures dared to devour it. Sweet, sweet explosive nectar. Bam! They weren't kidding. Oh, the sweet nectar. Oh, I just wanna like have Samus be underneath there and like take off her mask and be like, just as it like drips down. You know the meme of the parakeet who found the fondue fountain and he's just like dipping his head in it? I think it's like chocolate fondue, and he's like just covered in it everywhere. That's what I want Samus to be doing here. That's where my brain goes, because I'm a fucking degenerate. Anyway, what else we got? More little spiky roots. Spiky roots and spiky doots. Oh, there's something up there. Tree. What's a tree? So it's about 200 years old. That's pretty impressive, actually. What's up, Inner Demon? Got another time warp scan. Let's do it. Because, yeah, Dolphin is a very good emulator. It's a very good GameCube and Wii emulator, and it works very, very well. It's some would say it's one of the best emulators out there, and I wouldn't disagree. And it's pretty customizable for developers, because this is just a fan-made thing that they did. This isn't a Nintendo thing, obviously. This is very much a community-made dealio, and it works pretty dang well. It's pretty remarkable. It's been going on for a while, and like it's been in development rather for a while, and it shows. In fact, the most recent update was, I think, earlier this year. It's a critter up here, out of range. Let's see what this is. Gonna get Pokemon to launch. When it comes to GBA emulators, you probably have to supply your own firmware, and the firmware stuff is, you know, copyright protected, so that's where it gets tricky, obviously. And of course, there's the notion of getting ROMs, that kind of stuff. So yeah, the GBA emulator, I've emulated GBA before, and yeah, I know it's a little bit more involved. It seems like this one works pretty well, though. And that link has all the stuff you could ever, the one that I posted earlier. Not the Discord server, that one's good too, obviously, but the PrimeHack link has all the info to how to get it set up, but you do have to supply your own Metroid Prime trilogy ROM, or ISO, I suppose, to make it all work together. I actually still have my physical copy of my Metroid Prime trilogy for the Wii, so that's how I was able to get this all working. Stone Creeper. Leach nutrients from moisture. Delicious. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me the name of this creature, so when I look it up in the log, I just have to figure out which one it is by virtue of process of elimination and such. It'll be under here. It's not the Zoomer. Okay, Zoomer. MS Paint Masterpiece. Let's do it. Don't even know if you have it. Yeah, it would actually be an ISO, not a ROM, but same general idea. Hold on, let's look this real quick. Wasn't the Beetle. It wasn't the Tangleweed. Wasn't the Blast Cap. We already read about those. There's a lot of creatures. A lot of creatures and a lot of features. Wasn't the Parasite Queen. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I hope this isn't a Parasite Queen. I must have missed it. Was it the Seedling? Wasn't the Seedling. We already read about that one. Wasn't the Beetle. Wasn't the Tangleweed. Wasn't the Blast Cap? No, it can't be that. It looked like it was a new entry. Maybe I'm a fool. And it wasn't a new entry. Maybe I'm just a goober. Wasn't the Parasite Queen? Yeah. I have no idea. It looked like it was... yeah, it's one of these guys. Oh, yeah, it is the Zoomer. Oh, yeah, we saw the Zoomers. Avoid contact with spikes. Okay. Oh, that's right. We saw the Zoomer, but we didn't have it added to our lore book yet. That's what it was. Because we saw it in the space station, but it wasn't out in the wild. Large branches have forcibly been intertwined. Forces a bridge structure. Stone surface. For lichens. Too smooth to be natural. Too smooth to be natural. And am I saying that correct? Is it a lichen? Because lichen is like a vampire thing, right? Some kind of undead critter. Okay, Zoomer. And I don't think they like shoot the projectiles. I think they're just... oh, they shoot when they die. Explode. So we got these things, the blast cappies. Let's read about this guy. So if I rescan him, whoop, I don't even have to go into the log entry. I can just read it from there, I think. Oh, the water. Ah, this is what I was talking about earlier. Just Samus taking the helmet off and just... that's what I'm thinking of. So this is the Geemer. Wall-crawling mollusk with retractable spines. Let's test this theory. Okay, Geemer. There's the Zoomer. Okay, no, there is more info. Never mind, there's more info in the actual log entries. Yeah, Wiimote. Wink. Basic nerve center. Directly above their mandibles detect nutrients. Sharp spines protected from casual predators. I'm a casual predator, not a hardcore predator. With a lack of a reinforced carapace makes them vulnerable to indirect attacks. Very good. And then the gamer. Or maybe it's Gamer. Evolutionary offshoot of the zoomer. When threatened, it extends lethal spikes and retracts its head deep into its armored carapace. That's all there is for that one. Nice and simple. That's going to be the next generation. Zoomers are the Gen Z. So the next generation after the Zoomers will be the Gamers. The Geemers. Oh, it's like Gamers. Oh, it just blew my mind. It's the Gamers. Their own generation. What's up, Bumrocky? Not much of an FPS guy. Yeah, that's the thing about Metroid Prime. It's kind of a weird one because the Prime games, Metroid Prime 1 through 3, are first-person adventure exploration games, and there is shooting, but it's kind of like not a standard FPS in that sense. So it's kind of an anomaly when it comes to FPS. In some ways it's an FPS, in other ways it isn't. So it has some oddities about it, which I, of course, love. Actually, part of my impetus for playing this game was that I saw somebody I follow on Twitter, I can't remember who it was, but they had said that they played Metroid Prime for the first time ever, and they hated it, because they expected it to be an FPS, and they were like, the FPS controls are awful, the pacing as like an FPS kind of game is just not what I expected. This is very much a Metroid game, and I wanted an FPS, he was saying that he wanted a sci-fi exploration, like, shooter game, and it was like, it was too slow-paced, and the controls weren't very good, honestly, for an FPS, and they're not wrong. I mean, the controls right now are great, and the controls in the GameCube, they hold up okay, but it really works. It worked well on the GameCube, and it works well nowadays, because you kind of have to think of it as a Metroid game first, and a first-person shooter game, like, 7th or 8th on the list. Like, it's really not a shooter. So, like, that, of course, spawned a Twitter thread and conversations, and people agreeing, and people telling him to fuck off, and everything else in between, so it kind of, it brought a lot of things to mind. That was part of what inspired me to be like, maybe I should play this game. And one person in the comment thread said, by the way, you should check out PrimeHack. And I was like, what's that? And it led me down this path. And here we are. Because, yeah, the 2D games, yeah, it's a different control scheme and a very different kind of presentation. But the spirit of the games, for me at least, are very similar. Stress fractures detected throughout this standstill wall. I wonder if I can break it with missiles. Repositioned description. Yeah, it still works. It's pretty appropriate in my book. They suffer bone loss. There would be just no bones then. I like bananas because they have no bones. Actual human conditions. Oh, interesting. I guess I'm not surprised by that, actually. I've heard that, Bumrocky. I've heard Dread is an awesome and incredibly tough game. It's what a lot of people have been craving for a while when it comes to the 2D games. And the 2D games, at least in my opinion, are oftentimes pretty challenging. But yeah, a lot of folks... Oh, that was interesting. A lot of folks have been very excited about Dread and its legit challenging nature. New creature entry. You can, like, lock onto the little things they shoot at you, which is kind of fun. Can I shoot the little dilly boppers? I can. Oh, but it explodes shit. Oh, it explodes them too. Guess that's one way to do it. But I can't get the health up there. Oh, that hurt me. Incoming scan data. Foreign technology present. Active transport located. Alright, so I have to back up pretty far. Actually, maybe I can grab that. I want the health. The active transport's over here. To the Chozo Ruins. Interesting. I want the thing, but I don't have the charge set, so I can't bring it to me, man. It's just yeah, not like bones skeleton, but yeah, just like a cartilage kind of thing. That makes sense. No health for Samus. I have 69 health, which is pretty, what's the word when you have 69 something? There's like a word thing I'm supposed to say when you have 69. What's the word when you have 69? Positive. Or affirmative. Or satisfactory. I think that's what you say. You say nice. You say, I am pleased by these results. This number pleases me. This number gives my brain the happy tickles. So that's a dead end. There's several more things to explore though, and the bad guys of course have respawned, which is good because I took a few hits there. And by a few hits, I think I mean one. Literally one hit, which means veteran mode does not fuck around, so I have to be utilizing some of my gamer strats to be able to play this like a real boss. I've already scanned you guys. This is so smooth. Uncomfortably smooth. Too smooth to be natural. Actually gonna go back up top, see if there's anything else to explore, but I think we've determined that you either need missiles or morph balls to do literally anything in the world right now. Bridge does not look terribly stable. Yeah, like if I jump down this way, for instance. Okay, never mind. I thought maybe there'd be something up here. There's the big tree. Already scanned you, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're good there. I'm gonna actually hold off on exploring the egg sacs. We might need that stuff for more health later on. I wonder, of course, a lot of people love to speedrun the Metroid games. I wonder if there would be like a separate category for people speedrunning Metroid Prime 1, 2, or 3 with PrimeHack, with the mouse and keyboard controls, because it really offers like a whole different way of playing the games. I wonder if there's any speedrunners that have attempted such a thing. Now this statue looks very Chozo-esque, and the map indicates that we are indeed leading ourselves to the Chozo ruins westwards, which is exciting. Please step onto the hologram. I recognize this noise, or like this soundtrack rather. I always like these clever loading sequences, because I'm pretty sure that that's what this is. It's a cutscene, but it's also like an excuse to have a loading sequence. It's not like an obvious loading bar, I think. Also, the zoom in where you get to see Samus's eyes is really cool. I did mention earlier that I, of course, am playing with a number of texture packs to make the game look a little bit nicer, higher resolution textures, that kind of thing. And one of the things that they did was have nicer textures for Samus's face and her eyes, so it's a little bit more obvious to see her through the helmet, which is kind of a nice touch. Transport active. Please step onto the hologram. Okay, I'll do that when I come back.
Data received.
And of course, this is through an emulator, and sometimes loading things in memory is different than how it is in, like, on console. Seismic disturbance at the ruin site, you say? What could that possibly entail? We don't know. Imperial March elevator music, there you go. I love it, Off-Road Devil, I love that shit, it's so good. The metal shine, that's right. Yeah, it is nice. And it's not like a super graphically intensive thing. It makes the game look really nice, like those kinds of reflective moments look pretty. But it's not like that taxing on the game hardware, I don't think, at least. Because from this era, like GameCube, PS2, Xbox, a lot of the games that were revered as having like the best graphics just had a lot of reflective surfaces, like Halo and obviously this game. So it's interesting to me how like reflective surfaces with like shiny metal objects were such a great make the game look better option. So much so that I remember there were some games that tried to follow on the ride in on the coattails, so to speak, of Halo and Metroid Prime. I can't remember any games that come to mind, but I remember they were reviewed in a negative light, these other kind of copycat games, because they leaned too hard on like reflective surfaces and it just was distracting. So a little bit goes a long way, but it can be distracting, obviously. Anyway, some collapsed pillars. This gives me Perfect Dark vibes from like the Skedar ruins. Like just the overall kind of like sandy collapsing ruins, even the music. It's very much Perfect Dark-esque in some ways. There's a thing up here. Chozo lore. I want to learn about the shit. Tell me all about it. All things in moderation. Yep, it makes perfect sense. Are these the beginnings? History of the Chozo structures to ancient times. Faraway times. So far into the fog of the past that we know not where our ancestors came from. But the Chozo who colonized Talon 4 made a conscious choice to eschew a civilization of advanced technology. They chose to live in harmony with nature, guided by the providence of the universes. We believe we'll spend peaceful days here and plan to leave our words from time to time. Well, the Chozo aren't here anymore, so I guess it went pretty well for them then. Makes it look 10 times better. That's right, it does. It really does. If everything is... Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's what these games, these other kind of copycat games were criticized back in the day. I mean, you get a Halo, you get a Metroid Prime, you know, any kind of game that is incredible and does really well, there's going to be a bajillion copycats that try to like do... It's not to say that it's low effort, because game development is hard, and I recognize that, but they're trying to like maybe piggyback off of the What's a nice way to say it? Piggyback off of the inspiration behind those games a little bit too hard. And then they kind of flounder in comparison. Makes it look like, yeah, coated in Vaseline, exactly. Everything's just lubricated and smooth. Just uncomfortably smooth. Ooh, missiles over there. I like that. Welcome to the Chozo Ruins. I thought those were spiderwebs in the side for a second there. Scanning. Weakened due to cellular decomposition. That doesn't sound good. It's like been corrupted. I wonder if the phazon radiation stuff has something to do with this. See, look closely. Oh, hold on. Well, friends, we've already scanned all of your stuff before, friends. Oh, you're burrowing back in? Alright, I guess you don't want to play. There's a lot of you, too. Of course, I could right-click if I wanted to. With mouse and keyboard controls, you don't really need to. Yeah, the cellular degradation. I mean, you can see it's all gray and sad and kind of withering away. More lower entries along the walls there, which is nice. Their missile blocking station there. Blocking wall, Dearlio. Passageway to the shrine. We're probably going to want to go there. We still there's a missile station. Is that it right there, I think? There's at least one in this room, and I think you just need a missile station to get missiles. I don't think you have to, like, go through an unlock sequence. You just find a missile pack somewhere and you're good. So we're probably going to get missiles pretty soon here. That will presumably lead us to the morph ball. Large branches are forcibly intertwined. We saw a similar example of this earlier. Creatures. That is the war wasp. Let's learn about the war wasp. We got the blood flowers earlier. Oh, right. We already know about the blood flower. Oh, wait. No, I didn't read this, though. They eject toxic spores. Toxins are poisonous. Even to the blood flower itself. Really? Interesting. 3 mouth nodules protrude. Each with a rudimentary brain cluster and the ability to spew toxic fumes. In a 5-meter radius. Although I was farther away than 5 meters, I think. Spores ejected are sufficient to kill this creature if they explode in its vicinity. Oh, I see. So if you shoot the spores before they get very far, like when they first launch it, they can damage the creature for a quick kill. That's pretty nifty, actually. Let's get the war wasp. Here's the hive. Oh, the war wasp hive. That's what it was. Okay, it's where they spawn the war wasps. Only vulnerable to heavy weaponry, which means probably missiles and charge shots. Intensive to hardware. Some kind of normal map. Yep, that makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I guess reflection, like, I know, like, full world reflection probably would be pretty expensive to, like, rendering and game hardware, all that jazz. See, I guess when I said earlier that it was like an easy or like a cheap way to make the game look prettier, I guess it actually wouldn't be that cheap from a hardware perspective, because it probably would add a bit of processing power. Maybe it was just like, maybe it was just cheap because it was easy to implement, but yeah, like more taxing on the hardware. Because yeah, like it makes sense that yeah, reflections actually would be tricky if you have a lot of things reflecting, especially if there's a reflective surface meets another reflective surface and all the calculations bouncing off each other. I can see that being weird. Let's see. Build their homes over existing crevasses. They carry building fragments back to the construction site with their forelegs and glue them into place with adhesives secreted from their abdomens. Well, that's the sexiest thing I've read all day. So I can, like, shoot it, but it's not going to do shit. I would need missiles to blow that shit up. Just like in real life, if you want to fuck over, if you want to, like, destroy a hive of hornets, like a hornet's nest or a wasp nets, you could, like, spray it with, like, you know, the wasp killer stuff. That's one thing. Or you could really get rid of it with actual fire or a cannon or a flamethrower or a gun. There's you know, proper ways to dispose of these things. The top of a very smooth inclined slope. So smooth. Which means we're probably gonna have to use it. Oh, you have to use the boost. The morph ball boost. I remember that. The Sonic the Hedgehog morph ball boost. Right, I see sand. Are there bad guys? No. Is it sand or snow? I think it's sand. Because this path is unsanded. Falling from the walkway above. Yeah? You don't say. 50 cal. It's the only way to make sure it's done forever. Leaves are unnaturally dried and withered. Yes, something has been draining the juice off of the flora in this area, it seems. No, I can't make this jump, it seems, unless I do some fancy tomfoolery here. Can't really jump off this guy. You can't. Oh, wait, here we go. Here we go. I think you need the space jump, the double jump to get up there. Probably just as well, because there's a hornet's nest that I probably shouldn't try to fuck with right now. But this. Oh, it's an energy pack. Energy tank. Usually it's not literal reflections, just a gloss texture. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess that's like the difference, I guess. Like if you're doing like some kind of localized reflection versus like a more, what's the word for like a more full world reflection, like any kind of instance where you have like a reflective water puddle, like a pool, and there's like a big room. I could maybe see that, but yeah, to your point, Off-Road Devil, the smaller ones are probably not quite as ambitious. Cannot be reached from this room. Yep. Can't get it from here. Gotta come around to the other side. From the other side, that's right. So we gotta get there through other memes and other means. So we can make this jump. Oh, here we go. So what's this? Etching resembles a bird-like creature. Yeah? Kinda do, don't it? I guess the Chozo are like bird-like creatures, aren't they? Kinda, sorta. And so this, never mind. These things are not spewing out hornets like I thought that they would. What if I kick the hornet's nest by shooting it? Oddly enough, it doesn't seem to mind. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the thing. It's like a reflective surface is one thing, like a chill reflective surface, but then yeah, the spicy ones with like water, like full world reflections. That's where it gets more silly. That's one potential door. Here things are getting weird. Oh, is that a grappling hook spot? You can just kind of cruise along this way. I guess that's fine. Grappling hook point. That, yeah, so we can't even use it without the grappling hook, obviously. I bet we can get to that missile from here. Okay, well, maybe not from there. Let me go around. Can I drop down? Oh, we would even need the morph ball to slide into that spot, I think. Birdman race. Okay, so it's a literal translation. Interesting. So yeah, they are definitely... They have like the hawk face and like the talons. Oh, Talon 4. I just got that too, so... That makes perfect sense. I think there's just the 2 entrances or exits from this room, right? Oh, never mind. I'm full of shit. There's several. There's the one up top to the left. There's one on the bottom. There's one that's gray because it's locked. And then there's the one we saw earlier. Okay, never mind. So yeah, there's only 2 that we can reach. The one down there, which we can reach, and then the one up top. That's probably the one we want to do first. I just want to see if I can get the missiles. Prematurely. Fire the missiles. Fire the missiles prematurely, even. I don't know. I feel like the game's probably not going to let me. Let's try it. Whoop. Oh, yeah. It doesn't even let you land on that surface right there, so... I was thinking I would, like, kind of slide along there. Is there another door from up there? I'm trying to think how I would get up there. Oh, probably the grappling hook. That's probably how you do it. Alright, so let's go this way first. Oh, never mind. We can't. That one's locked. Never mind. I'm full of shit. Light reflections versus mirroring. Yeah, that's a good point, too. Let's do this one first. Can I scan the door? Oh, really? Oh my, what are these? Very similar to the parasites we saw earlier. These are the scarabs, exploding parasites. Oh, Jesus. That doesn't sound good. Scarabs, you say, exploding. And other unpleasant things. They think nothing of sacrificing themselves for the safety of their swarm. I am a hostile life form, and they will block my progress by embedding themselves in floors and walls. Violently self-destruct when threatened. So they're gonna, like, bind themselves to the walls. Okay, so they don't, like, try to seek me out. They just chill. Oh, God. But yeah, they do explode. So they don't try to, like, jump onto you. They just try to... They wait for you to approach. Light reflections are specular mapping. Okay, that's a term I've heard. Makes sense. Oh, these things. This is the ion. They're keeping their eye on me. Oh, wrong button. More creatures. There's the ion, capable of launching sustained energy beams when active, sensitive to light, and will close shut if a bright flash ignites nearby. Now, I don't know if I have the means for a bright flash. Oh, I guess that's bright enough. Okay. I thought they meant it's like a charge beam or something. Charge shot. It stays dormant for a second. Couple seconds. Ouch. So if you run into them, they still hurt, though. Not too bad. Oh my, there's some Chozo lore. And some tree info. And also a thing up here. Structural weakness detected in sandstone blocks. So if I... Oh, you would use the morph ball bombs. I see what this is. Uh-oh. Yeah, it can show off the... And also if you right-click and kind of move about the control stick or the mouse in this case, you can actually aim around them while also strafing. So if there was like a certain weak spot you wanted to hit, it's pretty nifty. More missiles. I jump and try to scan it. Oh, almost. No, I want to read this one. I want to learn how to read. There we go. Resides at the end of a high channel set into the wall. Structural integrity of metal is stable, so we can't blow those up, but these sandstone ones you could blow up if you wanted to. Or flora. Unusually high concentrations of poison, so don't eat these. And then some Chozo lore. Downloaded to the log. Let's get more learnt then. This was harmonization. Long years have passed since we Chozo first took root in this land. Passage of time has been a source of fascination to us. The belief of many Chozo sages that the truths of the universe hide within the tumbling currents of time's flow. Even as we search for answers, we find illumination in other unexpected places. We know not how the ability has come to us, but recently many Chozo have begun to sense things beyond the realm of ordinary perception. Strange sights and inexplicable sensations flood our minds, filling us with visions. Take this growing ability to be the sign of our burgeoning harmonization with the infinite. Perhaps finally, the universe's secrets are becoming known to us. Just casually acquiring new superpowers. Just nothing weird about that. Happens to all of us. Maybe. Every modern game model uses multiple layers of texturing. It is pretty legit, actually. And there's like lots of yeah, alpha layers, and then there's filters and other ways to make the games look all nice and pretty. There's just a lot of ways the sausage is made, man. It's pretty nuts. Lots of sandwiches, lots of graphical sandwiches on top of each other. Elevated toxicity levels in the tree bark, so don't eat the juice. Don't drink the sap. But you're right though, Alfred, over this. It's kind of like mind-blowing to just imagine all the stuff that kind of goes on behind the scenes to make it all happen. And that's like with 3D modeled games, and there's of course like the 2D games with like different layers of sprites and different techniques for blending things together with transparencies, all that jazz. Like there's so much there. Holy shit. An ornate wall hanging. Highly reflective surfaces. It is not important. Well, but I think it looks cool. It says it's highly reflective, but I can't see myself in it. Oh, hello. We have some friends. These are the war wasps. Airborne insects equipped with venomous stingers. Ouch. And they're not nice. Turns out they don't like it when I'm pissing around in their home, it seems. And I can't reach the health. Here, I can get that one at least. Where it disappears, please. There we go. I'm having so much fun learning, I keep forgetting to fight things when they pop up. Because they're gonna spawn more of them, probably. There's a door here. And is this a door? It do be that way. Can I just jump across the limbs? I probably can't. That'd be some... Yeah, there's an invisible wall to prevent it. That's probably smart, honestly. Hey, Funny World, what's up, dude? GameCube game, that's correct. Although we're playing mouse and keyboard controls, which is kind of nice. So it's a little bit smoother. So it's a new, modern way of playing an old classic. It's a fun game. Too stupid to get far. It's a fun game, but yeah, I think I played it when I would have been a teenager, so I was a little bit older. I don't know if I would have had the patience. Actually, I don't know. I like to think I would have stuck with it, but yeah, it would have been tough for me as a kid for sure. The water is evaporated. Well, that's not good. Probably need some of that water stuff. Crafted in honor of Talon's star. There's some little critters popping around there. Petrified organic matter. It's a rock carved into the shape of an eye. It was just one layer. Yeah, exactly. Like in the N64, PS2 era. It was a more innocent time. And like early PC games for that matter as well. Only translatable symbol is the word Chozo. Same thing there. Little green buzzies. You see these little friends? Little green buzzy friends? They seem pretty chill. We got these things. Oh wait, not these things. Ouch. So, I was looking to see if I could scan them, but... Oh, there we go. Yeah, these are just scarabs. I was hoping they would give me some health. Or heal me 1 HP so I have the correct amount of health. So these are the glyphs that were somewhat translatable. We're definitely approaching some kind of Chozo thing. A nice room here. Very swampy. Oh, these friends. Just good. So I've already lost a lot of health. Some kind of hazard over this way. I guess that's toxic. Toxic gloop. Toxicity levels is very high. Contaminated with some kind of liquid. Or rather, the liquid is extremely hazardous. Don't drink this. The forbidden juice. The missile blocking door thingamajig there. Good looking graphics. It did. It really did. At least for its time, it looked very nice. This game, I'm using, of course, mouse and keyboard controls. I'm also using a texture pack, an enhanced texture pack, to make the game look a little bit cleaner. In fact, I think I might have a command. I have a Prime textures. There we go. Yeah, there's links to the texture packs I'm using. For anybody curious, I should add that to the command list as well. Yeah, we're using a texture pack, a few texture packs actually, to make the game look a little bit nicer. But even without the texture packs, yeah, just the base game looks legit. I think, at least. Holds up decently well, I would say. But yeah, what you're seeing right now in game is the souped up textures thanks to the texture pack. So that's what makes the game look a little bit nicer, and also makes the widescreen look a little bit work a little bit cleaner, a little bit easier. Because this game would not have been, I think, wouldn't have been widescreen compatible back in 2002. Pretty sure it would have been 4.3. Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe it would have had some kind of widescreen support. Not all GameCube games did back then. Life Force Tokens and Turok. That's right. Dynamic reflection texturing. Okay, so there would have been some of that back in the day on the N64, but maybe not so much the PS2 or the PS1. That is, yeah. Same with like the Saturn, like just early 3D graphics, early PC 3D games, that kind of stuff. It was a simpler time. Tunnel behind the wall, 1 meter in diameter, so that's obviously not for humans, but maybe it's for morph ball humans. Part of an irrigation system. That's impressive. They had irrigation technology. These Chozo friends. How smart of them. Perhaps too smart. Now, this is the way we came. Oh, here we go. Is this the opening? Yeah. If we had the morph ball, we would go through this way. And I can't jump across here to get to that platform. And of course, this one is locked with missiles. So we can't go any farther here. Let's go back and see if we can find missiles through another way. I think once we have missiles, then we'll be in good shape. Explosive lads. And they gave a lot of health, which is very nice of them, as they live in these little openings. RE4, it did. Yeah, Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube looked much better. I think it's pretty much accepted that the GameCube had generally better graphic capabilities than the PS2. Of course, it was all down to the games and how the developers used. Or you can just do the right-click auto aim straight if nothing else. It all came down to how the developers used the, the hardware, that kind of thing. Because a lot of first-party Nintendo games looked really good, whereas some third-party GameCube games looked, about the same as PS2. So it wasn't, across the board necessarily. But generally speaking, PS2 versus GameCube, and to an extent, N64 versus PS1 was usually on the Nintendo side, but then PS3 obviously changed the game significantly. And that was around the time Nintendo was like, we're not going to worry too much about graphics, it's fine. The Wii, because the Wii and the PS3 and the Xbox 360, there was just no comparison. The VR version of RE4, I'm curious to see how it turns out. I hope it's good. I've heard that there's like some things that they're like tweaking with RE4 to kind of like make the game, I don't know, to remove some like less than savory elements of the game, remove some of the more like vulgar and like more violent aspects of the game. So it seems like they're trying to sanitize some of it a bit. I don't know if I have much of an opinion on that, but I guess we'll see. I hope it's good, but it's, some games I think are trickier to translate from normal quote-unquote video games into VR, to the VR type of layout kind of configuration. So we'll see. I hope it's good. And I don't have a VR setup myself, so I don't really have a dog in the fight, but I hope it's good, and I would like to play it eventually. But it'll probably be a while before I get any kind of VR. The Quest 2 apparently is quite good, but I don't know, man. I'm having a hard time signing up for anything that requires like Facebook interaction, because Oculus, of course, owns Facebook, or rather, Facebook owns Oculus. I said it backwards. So I'm a little bit not super down for that, and also the index looks great, but it's expensive still. It's like $1,000 for the full deal, so I don't know, man. I'm still holding off to see what happens. Supposedly the Vive might have some kind of like Vive 2 update, HTC Vive. I'm sure there'll be a new Mach 2 index eventually, so we'll get there eventually, but it's still very expensive and kind of clunky for me, at least. Pre-rendered cutscenes. It's correct. Yeah, the ability to wear costumes. Yeah, Meta. That's right. Yeah, Meta, the metaverse. Yeah, it's owned by Meta, which is just adorable. I mean, I guess they're thinking the name change might be legitimately helpful for them. I mean, I guess it worked for Monsanto Bayer, now Bayer Core. So I guess rebranding does help, but I don't know. Facebook has such a negative connotation now. It's hard to see them escaping that very easily. Let's go up this way. I think that was the last door that we saw. Although there were other doors in the preceding rooms to explore. Hello, Murder Hornets. Murder Hornets from 2020 or 2019 maybe. Yeah, it's kind of nice too. You can just right click and kind of let the auto aiming kind of do the work for you, but I don't know, I feel like the mouse aiming is smooth enough. Really not a problem per se. The combat's really not the function, the focus in this game, I would say. There's a lot of them. It's probably spawning new little hornet friends, so I probably need to kill them more fast-like to power through this. Because the nests are spewing them out faster than I can kill. Good thing my gun never overheats. The gun arm never overheats, and I can just, yeah, they're just spawning new of them. Let's just go this way, it's fine. They'll shut behind me, it's fine. They don't have to follow me in. We go Farfording, what's up, buddy? Yes, we're definitely elite fraggers. We're definitely elite gamers with our mouse and keyboard FPS controls. I mean, I was already a elite gamer, but now we're extra elite or something. Look at all that health. It's like an arrow pointing me this way. The juicy healths. Facebook, and then, yeah, Foot Magazine. Yeah, that was reserved for other websites, other kinds of websites. Public appearances, sitting the, yeah, God. Yeah, the early days of Facebook were kind of cool, actually. I remember, you know, to date myself, I remember being in college in 2007. I was a freshman. In 2007, when Facebook, I think Facebook first dropped, and it was exciting. All my friends were joining in. I actually, like, got to reconnect with some friends through Facebook. Off-Road W, remember Justin? Justin was a friend of mine from middle school, and we reconnected through Facebook, because after middle school, my family, my mother and I moved to a different city. different town, and that's where I went to middle school and high school. So when we remarried, when my mother got remarried and we moved to a different place, I of course lost contact with a lot of people. So I used Facebook to reconnect with a bunch of friends, Justin and Dave and a bunch of those guys being one of them, being some of them. So it's like Facebook did a lot of good for me back in the day, and it was nice and it was exciting. It was cool technology and social media, and of course MySpace had been a thing, and Friendster and Zanga, all these other ones. But Facebook felt like this new frontier for social media and interacting with others. It was great. And of course there were privacy concerns fairly early on, but like it wasn't as bad as it is now, obviously. So it was kind of cool and exciting for a while, and then like it became the boomerverse, and now it's like conspiracy theory land, and it's easy to lose hope. Anyway, so we need the morph ball to progress further, so we can't go much farther here. Let's go back the way we came. Do the murder. We gotta fight through the murder hornets. It's fine. Wish there was a crouch button. There's no crouch button. It's just ball. It's just orb. I'm spawn camping them. Oh god, let's just run away. So let's look at the map. Ouch. So a lot of dead ends so far. A lot of morph ball and missile needs so far. Become a fan. Yeah. It wasn't like it was become a fan. Funnywood remembers that shit. That's right. Sending people drinks, sending people stickers. And then Farmville. Oh my god, you remember that shit? I actually never played Farmville, but I had some friends who loved that shit, and no judgments here. I'm sure people loved it, but yeah, that shit was popping off back in the day. Yeah, ICQ, that's right, yeah. And it went downhill. It's weird because anytime you have a service like that gets very popular and a lot of people use it, it's a good thing. It's a good thing when something like that gets popular, enters the mainstream, or ad revenue generated, all that jazz. Like, it's great. But yeah, after a certain point, it becomes a liability. Then you have shareholders to please, and when you're selling that advertising data to other companies, they want to make sure that they're getting their investments in there. So yeah, that's a thing for sure. Farmville, you're not a gamer anymore, Inner Demon. I'm revoking your gamer card. I'm kidding. No, your gamer card is fully intact, my friend. No judgments here. But yes, I remember that shit all too well. I'm sure a lot of us do. Let's go back to the way we came, because I think we need either morph ball or missiles, or both, to be able to do much in the Chozo zone. A lot of monsters. I wonder if it's because I'm playing on veteran mode, gamer mode. I'll grab that health at least. Can't reach it. Oh, here, I'll get this health. I can at least reach this one. I bet there was one door that I missed earlier that led me to either missiles or morph balls, and I just completely biffed it. Just didn't even notice it. So yeah, that area. Yeah, 2 branching paths both need morph balls, I think. That's where we just came from. Here, let's zoom out a bit. Zoomed in. We've explored pretty much everything we can at this point. Let's go back down. There's, I think, one more path we could have explored this way. Yeah, some people played it a bunch to my knowledge, but yeah, it's, for a lot of us, it's easy to lose interest, I think. Excuse me. What are these little friends? Let me murder them horribly. Sorry, I took a drink of water, and a single molecule of the water went down the wrong pipe, so now I've breathed in the water oxygen forever. Alright, so a few things. I don't know if we've actually gone... I think we started to go to the right, but I think we got blocked by something. Alright, those you can't kill. So we jump across. I remember making this jump earlier. I thought we did hit some kind of dead end there, but I can't remember. So remember this guy here. Let's see if we can get the quick kill on him. Well, I mean, I guess that works too. It explodes and catches on fire. Hell yeah. Okay, it's a missile. Missile blocking deal. Well, heck, that's no good. Let's go back. Let's backtrack even further then. Thankfully, the creatures here, the fauna, is really not too bad to deal with. I think eventually we do get much more annoying monsters to fight. Of course, there'll be space pirates. There's like things that are immune to regular shots. So you have to use the charge shots or missiles. I mean, there's a lot of shit that we have to deal with later on, but for now it's not too bad. So it looks like I started this way, but stopped at one point, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because maybe there was a missile door or something else. Let's see what would have stopped me in my path this way. Because I think we did explore this area already. To some degree. Maybe I just opened it and got scared. Oh, wait, this was the... We did explore this way earlier. There was a missile door blocking our path. We already scanned that. Yeah, missile door, right. Okay, so... Missile doors and morph ball blocks abound. Man, this is embarrassing. Don't tell me I'm getting stuck on like the very first major area. My gamer sense tells me that we probably... I think the proper way forward is the way we just came from. Not that way, but the other way. The Chozo Ruins. That's probably like the proper way to go next. As there's an area down here. No, not down here. Where was it? Was it over this way? That, of course, is... That leads to a few things. There's like a little underground area that also has a blocking... I think that blocks us from progressing. Or was it? Is it over here? It's like a little ravine. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. I think this one also has a missile door somewhere along the way. Oh, it's not a missile door, it's a morph ball. Morph ball challenge. So we can't go that way. Yo, Warbird, what's up, buddy? Playing some Metroid Prime now that we're done with Hexen. We're playing with mouse and keyboard controls, but it's still the same old game we all know and love. Go underneath there, that is a dead end. Yeah, I'm thinking the proper way forward probably is where we came from, which would be that way, I'm pretty sure. Because that path is blocked by missiles. Yeah, this is really the only option. The other two, we just can't get to. The door up there we can't get to, I don't think. Well, hold on. Wait, can I make that jump? Maybe. Let's try this. Yeah, I don't think you can make this jump. Yeah, I can't make it. Can't break those cuffs. Thank you for the hydrate, Mr. Warbird. Welcome home from work. Hope it was okay. No, it's a late night. It's a late night. It can be a long day. So back to these guys. We keep killing them and they keep just popping back in. They don't know how to take a hint, it seems. I'm sure I missed something fairly obvious, or maybe there's like a low-hanging missile pickup that I just missed earlier. It wouldn't surprise me if there was maybe one door I missed. Looks like there's a door at the top over here that we might want to try to get to. I haven't fully explored. A door up there, I think. I probably shouldn't shoot him. And the nut! What's up, Argyle? Good to see you, bud. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for the nut. Always appreciate a good nut. Playing Metroid Prime with mouse and keyboard controls. And I'm remembering how to play this game, and I'm also remembering how to navigate it, because I appear to be getting stuck already. Trying to find out where to go next. Everything we've seen requires either a morph ball or a missile. See that little entrance over yonder? We would need to jump across or something. I can't jump high enough to get up there. Some kind of double jump. If there's some kind of entrance up there, though. I could get to that side. That'd be one thing. I see no obvious path. I think it might be... Is there a grappling hook? Thingamajig over here, maybe? Oh, wrong button, wrong button. It's like if I could get up there... Oh, hold on. If I can get up to this area, I could walk across. Oh, what's this? Is that just more health? Just large. Oh, okay, so it's just more health. Big energy. Big energy. 20 units of health. Good. It's gonna be helpful. Helpful and healthful. Yes, if we can get up there, we could cross the other side and go through that door. But unless we can, like, climb the tree limbs, I think that's not what the game wants us to do. It is not. So that's not it. So as far as places to go, the area behind me is probably it. Let's go back this way. Let's blow those things up. Let's hope the explosion we get that guy too. So back in we go. Back up we go, rather. It is a lot easier, and I've turned on... I'm actually playing on veteran mode, quote unquote, so the higher difficulty, to kind of counterbalance that. And it does make the combat more spicy for sure. But yeah, the smooth movements are very nice. That was actually one potential issue I was worried about for playing this mouse and keyboard controls. I was worried that the mouse and keyboard controls would make it too smooth and too easy. Because this game obviously is not really a first-person shooter in the sense. I was worried this would make the game too much of an FPS, but so far it actually has been feeling pretty good. I don't think it has, like, soiled the experience in any way, or, like, made it too weird or too different. The smooth controls are really nice, just with how it all kind of works out and plays together. I do like it a bunch, but it is different. It is different for sure. I have played Metroid Prime 1 before, all the way through, but it was way back when the game first came out, almost 20 years ago, if you can believe it. So it's been a while since I've played, and there's a lot that I've forgotten, but a lot that I'm starting to kind of re-remember as we play through this. Yeah, the combat arguably isn't really much of a challenge for this game, except for the bosses, obviously. The bosses are another story. There's a couple bosses I'm definitely somewhat dreading, but we'll exercise gamer mode to get through that shit. So for this one, we need missiles. Can't do much with that. So this path we've already explored to some degree. We got to the very, very end and got blocked by a few things. And then this other path behind me, I think this one we got blocked because we do not have a morph ball or missiles. Let's double check, but I'm pretty sure it was a morph ball blocking us. Whoops. No, run past these space hornets, the war wasps. It's constantly getting respawned. Fuck you. More of these things, ouch. Actually, it didn't hurt us, it was just a graphical effect. So yeah, can't get through here with no morph ball. So that is one path that is blocking us. I like the enemy radar, by the way. They're camping the door. They're a bunch of campers. Happy campers. So all indication seems like this is the one true path. Blow these guys up. Like, this kind of sequence here is so much nicer. Because I don't know if you can lock into them otherwise. Maybe you can, but with the mouse controls, it's so smooth. Silky smooth. Let's see. Let's check the map again. There's a save station, which I think we saved earlier, so we're good there. And there's not a ton of, like, super intense combat, so I don't anticipate having to worry. I say that, though. I mean, I did get down to, like, 30 health in the very beginning of the game, like an idiot. We saw this earlier. Oh, right. Gotta kill the rest of these. We've definitely been here before. We couldn't get past this piece here. Unless there's like another way to go, maybe. There is a spot to my right, but that requires the morph ball, of course. Maybe we can... Oh, there's a path here. I didn't even notice this. There's just a path here you can jump. I'm an idiot. I thought there was only... I thought you could only make this jump. And I thought you had to take these little paths. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I should have looked to my right and seen the platform. Well, that's a good indication that I need to be more observant, because there's still things to miss. Despite playing as slow as I am, and as deliberate as I am, there's still easy things. It's still easy to miss things. That is embarrassing. What's this? It is some kind of new critter. It is a plasmite. Insect capable of storing and releasing thermal energy. Let's learn about the plasmite, shall we? And plasmite. Attracted to sources of heat, thriving on the energy present. They emit light when hunting, expel small bursts of thermal energy when threatened. It means they fart loudly. Loudly and angrily. This is a little bit like dilapidated, you know, a little bit winding and twisting. And more hazardous spots here. Yeah, my suit is saying, whoa, easy, easy there. There's some spooky things. Whoa! Hey, that's my friend Woo. How you doing, bud? Thank you very much, Mr. Woo. Mr. Woo, how are you? Good to see you, bud. How'd your stream go, bud? Thank you for the raid, my friend. Thank you, El Gauser, for the shout out for our friend. Doing some Inscription. Yo, that game looks incredible, by the way. I've wanted to watch people stream it, yourself being one of them, and I've popped in for little bits and pieces, but I've tried to avoid watching too much of it because I definitely want to play it, and I want to play it blind. Thank you very much, Mr. Wu. How you doing, buddy? We got Kubos in here as well, the cubic man himself. We're playing Prime. That's correct. It's actually Prime 1. It is courtesy of PrimeHack, which lets us play with mouse and keyboard controls in glorious like mouse and keyboard glory. So it's really nice. It's very smooth. We're playing on veteran difficulty to try to spice it up a little bit with the overall challenge, because the game is pretty easy with mouse and keyboard controls. It's really good though. I'm liking it a lot so far. And I like you a lot so far as well. It's good to see you, bud. We're doing well. We're playing some Prime. I have played Prime before, but it's been a minute. It's been almost 20 years since I played this game, because I played it when it first came out. And I loved it, but I haven't touched it after I beat it all those many moons ago. So this is a good excuse to replay the game with new controls, a new modern control scheme. We're also using some texture packs to play the game in, to make the game look a little bit nicer. So for anybody curious, here's a link to the PrimeHack utility that I'm using for actually playing the game with mouse and keyboard controls. And if you want links to the to the texture packs that I'm using to make the game look a little bit nicer, there. Oh, it's Prime Textures, I think. There we go. There's the links to the texture packs I'm using. It took a little bit of time to get it all set up, but once it's all set up, it works pretty well, and I'm liking it a bunch. So I'm really digging it. Really digging it so far. Browsing with no FPS on. It's so nice. It's so nice. But I will say that, like, playing it on original GameCube or even the Wii motion controls also works very well. I was kind of split on whether or not I wanted to stream this rather, through the Wii motion controls or through this mouse and keyboard with PrimeHack, and I ultimately decided on this one. But I was very tempted to go with the motion controls, because the motion controls work really well. It's just a little bit awkward while streaming, because I have to, like, sit in a certain position and have the motion bar, the Wii sensor bar placed in just the right spot. It's a little bit tricky when streaming is the main thing, so that's why I decided I'd just stick with the PrimeHack strat. But it's great though. It works really well. Emulating Prime, yeah, that's the thing. PrimeHack is a very it's like a highly customized and like a highly specific version of the Dolphin emulator that is catered towards the Prime games specifically. Because yeah, I understand that for a while there, playing Prime 1 and 2 or even 3 through Dolphin was a little bit tricky. Not even the performance perspective, but the controls were always a little bit clunky. But it seems like Dolphin has come a long way, and the PrimeHack branch that we're using for this game works incredibly well, and I'm really impressed by it. Apparently when it first came out, it was a little bit not great, but it's been in development for quite some time, and the devs did a great job, I think. And Kubos, thank you for resubscribing, my friend. Thank you very much. It's very generous. Very generous. Thank you again to Kubos for joining in the raid. Thank you, Lightning Storm as well. Or Lightstorm, rather. Thank you all who joined in from Woo's very generous raid. Woo is a friend of the channel, by the way, as is Kubos, actually. They've both raided me multiple times. They're both good lads. They both play really cool games. And if you enjoy the variety streams that I do, you definitely should check out both of these lads. They're both excellent streamer friends. And kind gentlemen. They have pleasant voices that are always nice to listen to. And they play good games. Just honestly, all around good lads. Almost called you good dads. You would probably be good dads as well. I don't actually know if either of you are parents, but if you are, you're good game dads, good gamer dads. Yeah, Lightning Storm. Yeah, I sometimes misread names. Sometimes it's good to see you as well, Lightstorm. I agree, Woo. I agree, Dad. I'm just gonna start calling you Dad. Hello, Whale. Good to see you, bud. We're playing some Prime 1 with mouse and keyboard controls. And look at this. Get ourselves. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, missiles. I want it. Ah. It's locked. Oh, now we have acid. Tasty, tasty acid. Well, shucks. Well, that's a problem. Whoa, hello. Hold on, I want to scan these things. What are you? You're too fast. I must scan you. New creatures. Ouch. What are these things? Let's find out. Hold on, creatures. I want to learn about you. Just give me one sec while I read your entries. Is the ram wasps. Just don't go to the ram ranch for these guys. How is it on mouse and keyboard? It works pretty well, actually. It's pretty smooth. Some parts of the game, obviously, well, actually, the game was not obviously developed with mouse and keyboard controls in mind. So certain concessions have been made, and also playing on the higher difficulty is recommended because the game gets a lot easier with mouse and keyboard controls. But it's pretty good, actually. I like it a lot. It's very smooth and works really well. No real glitches to speak of. Maybe a few visual quirks, because like in mouse and keyboard controls, you can look straight up and straight down. Whereas in the vanilla game, you could only arc like 70 degrees either way. So there's a few things that look a little bit clunky if you look straight up or straight down, but otherwise it's really nice. A lot of people that call you Dad that aren't related to you. Well, to your knowledge, they're not related to you, Woo. But maybe we'll have a Jerry Springer episode where we can determine the real lineage of the Woo family line. Airborne predators circle its prey. They are the only species on Talon 4 to evolve a true hive mind. Well, that's terrifying. They emerge in small groups when threatened. They circulate at high speeds, disorienting and then striking from all sides. They can fell huge organisms. Well, that's spooky. But we have the right-click strat, if nothing else. And of course we have the smooth mouse and keyboard controls. There he is. What's this? Emitting a high-frequency signal. Oh, that's what's caused them to get swarmed in. New creature. What is this? This is the mechanoid. Let's see what the mechanoid is. It's nice that the game is patient with me while I learn all about its things that are trying to kill me. At least I think it'd be on here. Hive Mecha, is that what it is? Yeah, that's it. The DNA test shows that you are the father. Hey, what's up, Glitter? Oh, even better, even better. Yeah. Glitter's like, please, I don't need this kind of drama. Yeah, the wild oats. It's chunkier on the Wii, yeah. Clunkier and chunkier, yeah. The motion controls work really well on the Wii, and it's aged pretty well with the test that I did off stream. But yeah, I ultimately decided to just go with the PrimeHack stuff. If nothing else, because the game looks a lot prettier, and I find it's a lot easier to like jump between the different visors and the different weapons, that kind of stuff, the different beams, that is. So just for ease of use and ease of playing, just lots of nice quality of life kind of updates, that kind of stuff. But the Wii stuff works really well. If I would have played the Wii motion control version back in the day, I would have loved it. And I still love it now, but I think it would have especially been very good at the time that it first came out in 2009, I think. So, I mean, I think even the clunkiness is really not that clunky. It's only clunky when we compare them to, like, modern FPSs, but it's pretty good, honestly. Ready for 20 plus. I was gonna say, I think it's probably his wife, yeah. Yeah, so Glitter's like, if you have several stream children, then we need to have a discussion. Yeah, exactly. It's like, how did this even happen? That's right. It's like in Austin Powers, and they froze him in a block of ice and stole his mojo. So let's see what this thing is. Design flaw makes the shielding on the Hive Mecha weak around their access ports. Well, that's just right for me to stick my something in there. Second generation combat drones interface with organic units like the Ram Hornets. They train, shelter, and work with hive-dwelling predators. They rely on their hive beasts to handle any threats. I am a threat. I'm here to threaten you. Oh, hold on. I gotta kill these things again. Oh, that's cool. If you shoot them in midair, they'll get stopped as they're swarming. So I just shoot that a bunch. Oh, he's pissed now. So we have several rounds of this. And like this combat, for instance, you would normally, in the GameCube or Wii version, you would just make really heavy use on the lock-on feature, whereas this, the mouse and keyboard controls make it so nice. You don't really have to, but you still could if you wanted to. Like, in some ways, it actually makes it easier. Whoops. It's a little bit tricky sometimes. There you go. Like when they're spinning around. Whoa. Actually, you can't lock on when they're spinning. But you can still do the lock-on feature. Lock-on function if you wanted to. Trying to get him in the mid-spinning animation. Oh, there's one. Oh, almost. I just need to pick one location and stick to it. Stick with it. Stopped right in front of me. Oh, I just missed all my shots. There we go. Is that the last one? These things usually work in threes. Just a little mini boss. Fallout 3 New Vegas with a mouse. With a mouse? Really? I would assume with a mouse would be good, actually, for Fallout 3 New Vegas. What's the best way to play those games? Because I would assume that mouse and keyboard would be pretty good, actually. Did pretty good on aiming, but yeah, grappling is weird. Yeah, I could see that. Pulling and pushing. Oh, I've actually heard about that with Prime 3, because Prime 3 was made for the Wiimote. Obviously, it's made. That was an actual Wii title, whereas Prime 1 and 2 were just kind of retrofitted for the Wii. So yeah, I've heard that, yeah, there's like pushing and pulling they have to do in Prime 3, which makes it tricky when it comes to emulation, obviously. But I understand there are workarounds for it. I haven't even looked into what Prime 3 would entail, because I don't want to get ahead of myself. I still need to beat Prime 1 first. Aha! Look at that! So cool! Yeah, it's just a pain in the ass for Prime 3. I could see that. Yeah, I think, based on what I've seen online, there's apparently like little shortcuts you can just build into the control scheme for pushing and pulling. So when I get to Prime 3, I'll have to figure that out, obviously, but I think there are ways to make it a little bit smoother. But 1 and 2 won't be a problem, because it's just GameCube controls. Fallout 3 New Vegas, the reticle is locked onto a track. Oh, interesting. So it's kind of just, it was not developed with mouse controls in mind. Some good graphics, yeah. Well, even, of course, I should always mention that, or I should mention frequently, that I am playing with texture packs to make the game look a little bit nicer. So if the game looks especially pretty, it's because it wouldn't quite have looked this good, but it would have still looked pretty good. The texture packs make well, it's just higher quality textures, high resolutions, that kind of thing. So it looks nicer and just cleaner in general, but doesn't, like, you know, reinvent the game, obviously. So the base game still looks pretty nice, all things considered. Anyway, got missiles now. Anything else I want to scan in here? Until we kill the big bad guy. I think we are good. Here we go, missile time, baby. Bum, 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 bum. Look at that, our first E-Tank. That's exciting. I have more health now. Oh, I love that noise. Good stuff. Good stuff. This is a good place. Also, there's more stuff. Ooh. So once we have the ability to morph ball ourselves around, we'll be in really good shape there. So this is a dead end for now, but there's more where that came from. You can even see it's kind of on the map there, so we'll have to come back for more explorification later on once we get morph ball times. Also, generously, they gave us more platforms. And also the acid drain, thankfully. Anything else in this room? Nope. All right. We have missiles at our disposal and more health. It's a beautiful thing. We're slowly reacquiring all the things we lost after losing all of our shit in the end of the previous sequence on the outpost station. Freaking lost our morph ball, we lost the various suit, we lost the grappling hook, missiles, charge beam, we lost so much. I wonder, can we just blow this thing up? We did blow it up. That's kind of nice, actually. So you can just get rid of the hives. Oh, you tried to get to me. You tried to touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong. Game over, preventer. That's right. That's right. That is so nice with the E-tank. I will lean on them a whole bunch. So, there's one down here. What does Mouth do? Let's find out. It can destroy the hives. Yeah, exactly. Which is so nice. A map zone. Hell yes. Just download the maps. Install the better textures and burn the game file to a readable disk. That's a good question. I don't know if it would be doable. It might be, but I think these texture packs were made with Dolphin in mind, so or like emulation in mind. So I don't know how you would actually get that to be doable. It would probably be possible, but it would take some like hackery to make it happen on a GameCube disc or a Wii disc for that matter. It'd compete power-wise. Yeah, because like ever since the Wii, they were like, yeah, we're not really too worried about graphics nowadays. Which, you know, has some virtues to it, but also some downsides. Now we got the big map. Now we can see just how much there is to this area. And there is a bunch to this area. We got quite a lot of explorificating. And you can see that big dome. It's like, I wonder if there's a boss battle coming up anytime soon. With a large open zone like that. What else to scan here? Very good. And the ease of controls is so nice. Like, that whole little jumping sequence would have taken twice as long, but mouse and keyboard, it's so smooth. Oh, I did the thing again. God dang it. I need to not do that. I pressed escape when I just shouldn't have. So now it's going to bork the resolution a little bit. Crap. That's okay. It's not that distracting for you guys. It's more distracting for me. Next time I find a save zone, I'm going to save and then close and relaunch. That way I can refix the resolution, because I don't know of a way to fix it without just closing and relaunching. I'm so used to pressing escape to bounce out of menus in other FPSs, so it's just a secondhand nature kind of thing I do without thinking. Also, if we zoom out, you can see that little path we couldn't explore further into leads to a whole new other section. Lots of cool stuff there. That's pretty sick. Don't have the trilogy. Yeah, exactly. I think it would have to be the trilogy. There might be onesie twosie packs that you could download, but yeah, the packs that I linked to earlier, these packs are right here. Prime textures. Those are all for the trilogy, specifically, the Prime trilogy. Blow those things up. Kill the hives. Ouch. They're mostly dropping missiles. Very good. So that'll be less of a problem now. Yoink. There's a save station over to the left. Yeah, it shrunk a little bit. Yeah, it just kind of borks the resolution a little bit. Was there a fart? I sure hope so. Two is a GameCube game? Yeah, 1 and 2 were GameCube games. And of course, the Prime Trilogy on the Wii gave all 3 of them delicious motion controls, which is pretty nifty. I'm using motion controls. Did the game go into windowed mode? It's like full screen. It's still full screen mode. I can make the game go into windowed mode as well if we wanted to. So here's windowed mode. And then I can full screen it, but if I full screen it, we still have the bar on the top. So it causes the menu bar to be present, which is annoying. So what I do is we just saved. Oh crap, I didn't mean to double save. Sure, I'll double save. Why the hell not? It's a little bit weird. And I think it's just a Dolphin emulation thing. Also, since I'm playing in widescreen mode, that might have something to do with it too. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to close the game and then just relaunch it. I'm probably only going to stream for another half an hour to an hour anyway, just because it is getting kind of late. That's okay. Now we get to see the cool startup sequence for those who missed it earlier. Because I do like the startup sequence for when you load the game in. And also, when we first loaded the game, when we first started the game, rather, the Samus model that we see that like fires from her arm cannon and begins the whole sequence, she had the various suit and the full shoulder pads and all that jazz, like the full drip. And now when we load our save, she has like the base mini suit, which is kind of a cool touch. So the Samus that you see in the loading sequence is the same Samus that you're using in game. Just a cool little detail, I think. So we'll see that in a second. But I just like those little touches. Retro Studios, baby, they do some good shit. Sonic Colors look like garbage, but on stream it looked good. It's interesting, actually, that it looked bad on your end, because on my end it looks pretty good. You can definitely see some blemishes, but that's just because it's an old game. And of course, the cleaner textures make it look nicer. I'm surprised that colors didn't look very good on your end. But if it streamed okay, that's what matters. For the peeps. Jozo Ruins. Look, I'm a veteran. 2%. I've pretty much beaten the game. So check this shit out. So there's her cannon. Yeah, you got like the little mini Samus. When we first loaded the new save, she had the full Variasuit, which is just a cool detail, I think. Jozo Ruins. So cool. Yeah, Samus is pissed. She's got the eyebrows. She's like, I'm fucking pissed. I'm gonna kill these motherfucking alien lads. Alien critters. I have to re-kill the hives, and I don't have any missiles. Or I'm about to lose my missile. Run out of missiles, because I only have 5 to go by. Whoop. There we go. Fuck you and your hives. Hey, can you lock onto these guys? You can't, so you have to, like, manually aim to them. So if I was playing with motion controls, it'd be a little bit tricky, or GameCube controls, you'd have to kind of use the C-stick a little bit awkwardly. It's just a, like a lighter shade? Really? That's interesting, Lightstorm. Yeah, pretty much God Gamer confirmed. Yeah, that's how Samus looks. She was fucking mad. Ready to kill some motherfuckers. Like when she first saw Ridley, Meta Ridley, in the space station, the outpost, she was so pissed. She was like, God damn it, this asshole's still alive. And then in Other M, mild spoilers, but in Other M, when you see Ridley in his full form, she's like so afraid, and oh, I'm so afraid. How am I ever gonna fight him when she's like killed him a bajillion times? So it's like, there's so much that can be, so many criticism to levy against Other M, and it's still not enough. It's still not enough criticisms. It's still infuriating that game just fucked over Samus's character so poorly. Murdered her friends and family. That's right. That's right. She's out for revenge. Or at least just not giving a shit about these assholes. Which is the correct emotion to feel. Than not giving a shit. So let's see. We have this path over here. I think this path was blocked by some kind of... Let's break their hive real quick. 1-y and a 2-y. And a you-know-what-to-do-y. I think this one is blocked by morph ball shenanigans, but I think the one south of us will have... oh, here we go. More missiles. Is only blocked by a missile door. This one here. I'll just walk into these guys real quick. Is Other M an origin arc or a prequel? I think Other M is in between. I think it comes just before Fusion and after maybe Dolphin Devil would know. I think it's like it's just before Fusion. I want to say it's after Super Metroid. Does that sound right? I don't know. It is on the timeline, but it's like just before Fusion, I think. Really inseminated her mother in front of her. Yeah, it's pretty fucking brutal. That is pretty terrifying, honestly. She had to be saved, but yeah, thank goodness the man came in to save the day, yeah. Yeah, and like, she like turns, it like, you see a view of Samus, and she doesn't see herself as an adult anymore, she sees herself as like a scared little girl. It's just insulting, man. It's like, Samus in literally every other Metroid game she's not like emotionless, but she's a badass, you know. She's tough, man. She's been through the shit. She's a professional bounty hunter. She's not some like scared small little girl who's never faced combat before. She's a seasoned badass. I think even in the other M story stuff, they show that she like it was in the military at one point or something. She was serving under Adam, that great military, that what they call him, his illustrious military mind. So they spend so much time trying to emphasize that she's kick ass and she's awesome and is like capable of handling these stressful situations. And then the second really pops up, she just flounders, and it's just embarrassing. It'd be one thing if it was like an origin story, like Wu was saying, like if this was maybe her first time encountering him, but she would have fought him like 4 times by that point. It's just absurd. Completely silly. Super infusion. Okay, that is it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like if it was her first time, that's one thing. But yeah, it's like she would have kicked the shit out of him so many times by then. Yeah, exactly. She's a bounty hunter, man. She's a badass fucking space pirate ass kicking, like giving no fuck beefcake. Adolescent lizard form. Had to be, yeah. There's so many things that Other M did wrong, and there are people that are quick to point out that Other M has pretty good gameplay, and I don't doubt that. I've never played it, so I can't really comment on the gameplay, but just the way the game like tried to I mean, I don't fault the game for trying to introduce a narrative into the game. A lot of people strongly disliked Fusion because it introduced a narrative and gave Samus a voice. Not literally, but gave her a little bit of dialogue. But it's... And I would say that there are fair criticisms to be made about how Fusion did the narrative, but I think that's fine. I think, like, giving more of a voice to characters is fine, but as long as it's done well, and Other M did not do it well, I would argue, at least. Are we really doing this again? Yeah, it's just... I don't know, it was a whole experience. And again, I haven't really played it firsthand, so I guess I really shouldn't criticize it too much, but watching a full playthrough and seeing all the cutscenes and the whole story, it's a thing, man. It is definitely a thing. Anyway, so magnetic rail, that'll be for the spider ball, I think. That's not till much later. Another half pipe. This is where it becomes a Tony Hawk game, and you have to do a 360 nose grind off of the rim to collect the videotape and spell out skate to unlock the next door. Refined to an atypical smoothness. Atypical smoothness, that's what they called me in college. That was my nickname for years. 1, 3, Samus Returns, yeah. So it would have been 5 times. Oh my god, that's so absurd. That is so nutty. Blue orbs emitting some kind of light source. They sure are. Ooh, morph ball. What is this? It's the morph ball, Alex. What do you think it is? Oh, never mind. We have to prove ourselves worthy first. Here's where you can do like really cool strafes, circle strafes, which is nice. Or we can just use mouse and keyboard controls, which make it so easy. Or we can use missiles for splash damage. So tasty. Look at that, it's like a shotgun. I bet as a kid when I played this, or as an adolescent, I like rarely would have used missiles because I would have been more concerned about saving my resources. But now it's like, nah man, we got that shit, we might as well use it. Now, can missiles lock on? They do lock on, that's cool. So if I aim over here, yeah, that's slick. Uh-oh, big scary thing. Well, not that big. Medium scary thing. Ooh, shiny. He's got the reflective horns. Where are we right now? The camera keeps rotating, but we don't actually see us. Ouch. Hold on, I must study you. This is the plated beetle. This is the beetles. Their tour bus had to be armored to prevent fans from eviscerating their vehicles. Vulnerable on the rear abdomen. Vulnerable on the booty. Come and charge at me. Do it. Do it, you won't. Try and get him to charge so I can yoink around him. What if I just jump over you? Okay, that works. Oh, heck. Oh, I keep wanting to use the missiles. That's okay. We'll just shoot him with regular bullets. Like a chump. Ouch. Oh, I'm actually taking a lot of damage, aren't I? Holy shit. Yeah, veteran mode, it's kind of doesn't fuck around, honestly. There we go. couple shots, couple shits. It's like he's dancing. It's like we're having a waltz right now. Like slide to the left, slide to the right. See, we're grooving together. We have a dance partner. Ouch. Let me just land on you. If I could do charge shots, I'd be really in business. Got some techno tracks. Yeah, there's a decent bit of like electronica infused musics in this game's soundtrack, which is kind of neat. Samus's reaction, yeah. Yeah, what the fuck is this thing doing here? Yeah, more annoyance. Or like fully justified rage. Just being mad. Mad at Ridley for existing. Federation Force. You know what? I do kind of want to play Federation Force. I don't own it, but I want to play it just so I can say that I've played it. I know a lot of people were extremely mad on the internet when that game was announced, but I don't know anything about the game itself. Like if it's any good or if it's awful or if it's somewhere in between. I'm sure it's fine, but you know, nothing special probably. But man, people were so like angrily, violently mad when that was announced. Actually, I probably should have scanned that, but that's okay. Morph Ball. Alex, grow some balls. Live on stream. Yeah, there we go, baby. The Cha-Cha Waltz, as all Metroid games are known to have in them. 3 major planets, Federation Marines, yeah. So it's like, I don't even think you play as Samus per se. I think they're just adjacent to Samus's activities. Yeah, I'm a ball. And now you play the rest of the game in ball mode. Becomes a pinball game. Actually, there was a pinball game. There was a Metroid pinball game, which I never played. I always thought looked interesting. Microscopic fractures. So if we had bombs, then we could blow that shit up. But we can't. We don't, so we can't. Also, there's another door above, which does something. Oh, that's the spider ball door, which is probably accessed by blowing this shit up right here. Homicidal rage. I mean, am I wrong? People were very mad on the internet about that game's announcement. And understandably frustrated because it had been a while since we'd had a Metroid game. But I mean, I don't know, man. Whenever I hear people say like, it's been 5 years since we've heard about a new Metroid, and they're like frothing in the mouth, it's like, dude, I don't know, man. I'm a Half-Life fan, and dude, until Half-Life Alyx was announced, we'd been struggling, man. It's been a sad time for us, man. So I don't know. I feel like Metroid fans don't have as much to complain about as F-Zero fans, or to an extent Half-Life fans, or what about Kid Icarus fans? They exist, you know. I mean, the 3DS game was the first one in like 20 plus years. Yeah, Awful Devil knows. He knows. He's like, I saw that shit, man. Seen it. I seen the rage, the murder in the eyes of the Metroid denizens, the Metroid devotees. It was a strange time, man. It's still weird, obviously, but I think people have kind of calmed down since then. It's like, guys, it's okay. The existence of this game does not mean that there's no more Metroid games ever. Because that's usually one criticism you'll hear. It's like, oh man, why are they working on this when they could have been spending that time working on other stuff? Whereas I don't know if Federation Force is actually developed by Nintendo first, like as like a first party kind of thing. And even if it was, the Metroid Prime series is usually handled by Retro Studios. And Dread was handled by the same developer who did the Samus 2, or the Metroid 2 re-release. I think we need the boost to get up here, build up enough momentum. Use the boost to get through, which I cannot do. Can't do it. Yeah, we got no boosts. Pressing like buttons, but I think there's like a certain power-up we need for that. So we can't get that guy yet. Little happy missile friend. There were petitions. You're right, Devil. There were, yeah, to get it canceled, which just blows my mind. A game is complete if they've announced it. It's mostly complete probably. So it's like the game has a release date. It's ready to be released, and gamers are so mad on the internet. They were like, no, we want this erased from existence. Completely nutty. Kid Icarus and Uprising. Yeah, like 25 years. I mean, I feel like those fans are the ones that have it harder, man. I don't know, man. A lot has been said about gamer, what's the word? Gamer expectations and us being spoiled sometimes. I mean, a lot's been said about that. Just unrealistic expectations and all that shit. So a lot's been said about that, and you know, it's a tired subject, obviously, and it's tired and tiresome, but it's definitely a thing from time to time. Not everybody's that way, obviously. I like to think most of us are pretty mature, and the people that get, you know, violently angry on the internet, they're a small and very vocal minority. So I think most of us are, you know, most of us get it, but it just takes a few to kind of give all of us a bad reputation, unfortunately. Borderlands community. If you don't count the sequel for Borderlands, there was like 11 years between 2 and 3. Really? Because I know there wasn't there the prequel? He's not gonna make a sequel to it? Oh, you mean to Kid Icarus Uprising at least? Like, yeah, as like an example. I don't know, it's a shame because it seems like he really enjoyed working on the Kid Icarus game. The Kid Icarus Uprising, that is. It seemed like he enjoyed working on it. And I think in some ways it was probably a welcome change from being the Smash Bros guy. He's very good at being the Smash Bros guy, but now that Smash Bros is presumed done for a while at least, I hope he gets to work on other projects, you know, other stuff that would be fulfilling for him creatively and otherwise. I'm sure Smash Bros was at least to some point creatively fulfilling, but I'm sure he would like to work on something else, and I was thinking maybe a Kid Icarus Uprising sequel would be in the cards, but I guess we'll see. Okay, I guess I didn't kill all of them because they're still spawning. Even if you use the lock-on, you still have to kind of lead your shots a little bit. Back away. Go back around, rather. Not sure how we would make a sequel. I haven't actually played Uprising, so yeah, I'll admit I'm pretty unfamiliar with what could be done, potentially. Did I actually hit the hive, or did I hit the small guy? I was trying to hit the hive. There we go. Now they'll stop spawning. Now they'll take the hint. Pre-sequel does exist, but it wasn't very good, though. Okay, so I mean, I guess that's the thing, though. It's like there have been other things for fans of the series. At least the prequel, even if it wasn't very good, at least it existed. Wasn't there some, like, Telltale adventure games as well? I feel like Borderlands has got a decent bit of stuff, even though it was probably a pretty significant drought in between 2 and 3. Like the main games in the series, it's like, at least they got some action, which is, I think it's better than nothing, even if it's not perfect. Ball times. We're balling out of control. Hell yes. They did patch it up a bit. Yeah, which is good, but I understand it's still probably not the bestest. You felt like it was complete. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Seems like he liked working on it. Yeah, it's like, I wonder what else he could work on. I mean, he's obviously a talented guy and a very creative person and a very passionate person, so honestly, you give him any IP. As for this, we'll give him F-Zero. Give Sakurai F-Zero. Sakurai can make anything amazing. Because Nintendo's been saying for a long time they don't know what to do with F-Zero. That's why they don't want to make a sequel. Give that shit to Sakurai. He'll figure something out. Literally no downsides to this theory. Nintendo, I just solved all of your woes. Nintendo, hire this man. Oh, what's this? We have more lore. More little exploding friends. It's all dark and spooky in this room. Maybe I shouldn't kill these guys, actually. It will illuminate my path forward. It turned out at least halfway decent. Yeah, the Telltale games. Structural weaknesses detected. Or no structural weaknesses detected, rather. Some lore. Also, I think I've missed a few monster entries. Let's get caught up on reading. Also, the next checkpoint we find, I'll probably use to save and probably quit out because it is getting kind of late. We'll have to wrap up fairly soon in a bit. Was it pirate data? Oh no, it would have been Chozo lore, not pirate data. Purification. Wanted to be done with Smash Bros. He did. He did, yeah, that's right. I remember hearing allegedly that they announced the Smash Bros. 4 cycle, the Smash Bros. 4 generation before consulting him. I think that's how that went down. And after they announced it, then they asked him and he was like, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what would have happened if he would have said no. I guess I would have given it to somebody else. So yeah, to your point, Lightstorm, he was understandably wanting to do something different. Because Melee, the development cycle for Melee was a disaster, apparently. I mean, it ended with a good product, but it was like a super short development cycle. It was super crunched, very stressful. I think it gave a number of the developers like health problems. Like, it was a very stressful game to make. Brawl, I think, was a better development cycle, but a lot of people had very strong opinions about Brawl, for better or for worse. So I think he was wanting to separate himself a little bit. Obviously, 4 was better received, and Ultimate's been great, but yeah, who could blame him for wanting to distance himself from that series and from that community? Because yeah, there are opinions. Yeah, which game it was? I think it was the 4 series. I might be wrong, but I think it was Smash 4. Anyway, this has been translated into from Crozonese into English. Surges of negative energy brought by the meteor. Oh, okay, so that's where the Phazon came from, I think. So this meteor landed, and that's the ground zero we heard about earlier. We have to find a way to rid ourselves of the great poison, they call it. All we can do is seal it away and wait for the day when a power to purify the poison appears. But it is already impossible to collect all the pieces of the great poison, as it has already spread, seeping into the planet and hardening, which does not sound pleasant. There's that. I think there was also some mansters. Bladed beetle, for instance. Features thick cranial plating. Repel frontal attacks. Advantage in combat, allowing it to make ramming attacks. Only surfacing when it detects vibrations above. Very good. Keeps its exposed abdomen protected. Gotta protect your exposed abdomen, guys. It's always important. Protect those squishy little abdomens with where our glowing blinking weak spots are shown. We've read all the other ones. There's one for Parasite Queen. We're in good shape. Fountain choked by overgrowth. Toxin levels are high. Well, that doesn't sound good. Toxicity levels. Ooh. Well, that's not good. There's no grappling hook spots. Were you guys trying to... Are you, like, friends? Were you, like, trying to hurt me? Or... I know if you explode, you'll hurt me, but... Can we all be homies? There's a missile station over there, probably through that door right there. I think as long as I leave them alone, they'll leave me alone. We've reached a gentleman's understanding. Smash 4. Oh, okay, nope, they're still mean. Okay, sorry, you gotta go. That's how it's gonna go down. Oh god, now it's dark and scary. What have I done? Can I just morph ball into there? That would probably be a horrible idea. Yep. Look at my little warning sensor. It's like, Alex, don't do it. Don't do it. Ugh, I'm scared. Wait, hold on. What if I, like, stick my head over it? Oh, God, it hurts. Even the fumes are painful. Why am I surprised? Of course. Why am I freaking surprised, dude? Oh, they respawn? Oh, they're respawning. Okay. Oh, there's a door. Oh, wow, that's a sneaky door. Which door should I go through? Left or right? Let's check the map. Left goes to big zone, and right goes to kind of a wraparound zone. Let's check out the wraparound zone. Story mode, because he didn't like people uploading Brawl's cutscenes. Yeah, I did hear about that. Because, yeah, they spent a lot of time on the Subspace Emissary, and I love the Subspace Emissary, but I know not everybody was a fan. And, yeah, there was, like, obviously spoilers on YouTube, which were very easy to find. That would have been, like, in the early-ish days of YouTube and YouTube Let's Plays, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's spoilers abound for sure. Have a great night, Woo. Thank you again for that very kind raid, my friend. Let's go do another shout-out for our friend, Woo. He's a good lad and a good dude. There he is. He's a good lad. Make sure you guys follow him. Like I said, he's a good dude. He plays a lot of cool games. Inscription is a really cool fucking game. And if you want to play it, well, you should watch Woo stream regardless, but if you want to play it, I would definitely recommend... From what I've heard, people are saying you want to go in as blind as possible, but as unspoiled as possible. But yeah, it looks awesome, and Woo has excellent taste in games. It's all good stuffs. The 1/4 of an average game of League of Legends. That's pretty scary, Woo, El Gaso. It's pretty scary shit. Let's see what... Oh, let me get back into focus. There we go. Let's see where this one leads. Sounds great, Lightstorm. Thanks for joining in from Woo's very kind raid. And thank you for joining in the conversations and the good stuffs. Unusually high toxicity. This is the It's the League of Legends zone, as we're gonna know it as. Critical. Contact is extremely hazardous. Don't drink this. I want to slurp the forbidden juice. Acid fumes. Maybe it's just like high temperatures, maybe. That might explain it. Ouch. Good to know that the explosion radius is higher than I think it is. When decay flows, the hatchling will walk a poison path to the source. So ominous. The time of prophecy draws ever closer. That's cool. If you look really closely, you can see that the, like, splashing particles are, like, very square and, like, rectangular. Isn't that interesting? I don't know if that's, like, a design thing or if it's an emulation goof. But yeah, the little splashing particulates are thick and, like, rectangular, which is kind of cool. I like it. It's an interesting touch, but it's more Minecrafty than Metroid Prime. Lethal toxin levels are recorded. Waterborne microscopic life forms eradicated. Huh. What if that was like something that was done intentionally then to stop the critters from flourishing? Intense heat renderings detected behind this door. Is it gonna hurt me to like stand in here? Ouch! Hurts a lot. Okay, so we can't go through there. That room is scary and painful and lava. I wish I could leave a note for myself, like lava, pain. Lava, sad face. And so we can't do much with that right now. Try the other door. Hurts so good. So we have that to look forward to. We also have that potential little geyser thing, whatever that is. Whatever's in there. Maybe it's something, I don't know, but we have that to look forward to. And then the lava room. Fire hurts, man. Fire bad. These things! I remember seeing these earlier. What are they called? These are the shriek bats. What pleasant sounding creatures. I'm sure they don't make awful noises at all. And there's an ice variant of them as well. Territorial ceiling dweller. They peak at 121 degrees... Oh, wow, Celsius. Or centigrade, at least. Is Celsius and centigrade, do they mean the same thing? I've always assumed that they have, but I've never, like, looked that up to confirm it or not. Because that's very hot. High internal temperatures, making them easy to spot with thermal imaging. Which we don't have the ability for yet, but eventually we'll get a thermal visor. They roost on cave ceilings while hunting for small prey. And they're territorial, they'll dive bomb shit that wanders nearby, so don't get fucked by them. Will not be nice. They're not generous lovers. There's flying things. Oh, those are called birds, Alex. Flying specimens. Such alien critters. Yeah, those are called birds. Missiles. I don't know if we would have been able to get this far without using missiles. So it's almost superfluous. It's okay, it's the same thing. I gotcha. It's like an old-fashioned, like an old-timey name. Okay. Ooh, big room. It's the tentacles from Half-Life. The Reaper Vine. I'm not gonna fear them. I will not fear... Don't fear the Reaper Vine. Reaper Vine, yes. A single eye upon the Reaper Vine keeps a constant vigil, but its vision is limited to 10 meters. Scythe-like appendage, honed to lethal sharpness. It'll swing its blade wildly at anything that enters its zone of perception. Anything, even love. Tentacle fun, that's correct. Spiky tentacle fun, the best kind of tentacle fun. Yeah, that's the referee getting bodied by a tentacle friend. That's how that goes. Big tree. Vast portions of the tree's cellular structure have been consumed by toxins, distributed through source water. Yeah, it seems like it's not good. All this toxic nonsense is probably not very nice. What's this? Presence of a runic symbol, you say. Ooh, I like that. Centigrade is, it's just the same thing, but red reversed. Oh, interesting. So it's red reversed. So if would 121 centigrade mean Hold on. I'm trying to think like how that would work. So if we're saying it's 121 degrees centigrade, does that mean it's the same thing as 121 Celsius? Or it's like 465 minus 121 or something? Oh, okay. So it's 0 degrees. Oh, interesting. Okay. So 121 would be cold then? Interesting. Because they said that they had a high internal temperature. It's fascinating. Runic symbol has been activated. Oh, did I do it? By scanning it, maybe? Oh, another war wasp hive. Yeah, let's not even give them a chance to spawn out. Spawn out with their prawn out. Activated runic symbol, so we have to activate a bunch of symbols. What this? Just lots of toxic nonsense. Shocking. I was gonna say, I don't know if he dies, but he definitely, like, goes away at least. He takes the hint. Yep, they do come back out. I had a feeling. Like, I bet they don't go away forever. They want to give those little wasp friends a chance to do their thing. There's the door over there. Can't quite scan that from here. Yeah, can't quite get it. Already scanned that one. That's a missile door. We can't jump to there. We can go across this bridge, methinks. Thank you for the hydrate, Warbird. Thank you. My mouth thanks you. My mouth is always happy when Warbird's here. And your mouth should be happy too, dear viewer. Well, I've already scanned those. Oh, wait, no, that's indications about the sandstone blocks. Never mind. That's something else. What this? Ruined war wasp hive. Yep, I ruined it. It was me. I done it. They've been constructed with extreme delicacy around tree limbs. So it's like the tree was here first, and they built the wall around the tree. My hippy-dippy druid ass is very much happy with this. Runic symbol activated. We're not done yet, though. Almost scanned that one from here. Ooh, new creature. Let's see what it is. That noise right there. That like blonk blonk. That's very much a stock video game sound effect. I know I've heard in other places. I feel like I've heard this noise. Or at least some slightly, like a differently mixed version of it. I think I hear that in Bomberman 64 Second Attack. Like, just menu noises. That has some Second Attack vibes, and I can't quite place if that's what comes to mind. I'm sure it's generic enough, it's probably used in all kinds of places, but that's where my brain goes. I always have Bomberman on the mind, almost pretty much forever. Venom Weed. Oh, that's the extra spicy stuff, the extra dank shit. Retracts into the ground if threatened. Evolved to thrive in the habitats of large organisms. They lure prey with brightly colored leaves, then detain it with their barbs that deliver a powerful toxin. They rapidly decompose anything that succumbs in their midst. Delicious. So we don't want to get got by those guys. And more of these lads. I'm actually looking to see if there's more runes that I missed, but it seems like we don't have to worry about them yet. I'm guessing we're probably not really meant to find all the runes yet. It's probably like further up, because there's platforms we never even got to yet. Some more where that came from. Anyway, bam! I'm whipping around. Whipping and zipping. Very claustrophobic. This very narrow hallway. Have we been here before? We have not. What am I hearing? Oh. They're wanting to pop. Ready to burst from excitement. Derelict mechanisms. They control the water pumps, but now they don't, and now the water is poison. Now the water is acid. Path of corruption leads even higher. Oh, that's what that's like what the inscription says. For these boys. And they are back in town. Oh, crap. I need those missiles, dude. Crap. I should have let them drop down first. Maybe they'll give me missiles. I got no missile. Oh, wait, hold on. We're not done. The fumes don't hurt us, it seems. I don't think I can jump across there without taking some acid poison damage. That's a door. That's a door back here. I want the missiles, man, but I don't have a charge shot, so I can't draw them to me. Literally one missile left to open that door. Jump up this way. Maybe those guys don't give you health. I thought they might give health and missiles, but they don't seem interested. Yes, come to me. That's all I need. Just takes one. 1700 scientist. Name was Celsius, and then they called it centigrade. Interesting. Then it got named after him in like the 1900s. That's wild. So yeah, it's like an old-timey, kind of an antiquated phrase, but it sounds cool though. It makes me sound smart when I say it out loud. Functioning at pretty good percentages, 80%. Just about the missile door, but I also want to keep going this way. More birds. Can't shoot the birds, can you? Oh, you could kill the birds! I'm a monster. I'm the villain. We've been chasing Meta Ridley and other bad guys in this game. Turns out, Samus, or me, Alex, I've been the villain all along. Plot twist. It's actually Latin. I would have never guessed it's a Latin phrase. That's interesting. Like, Senta being a Latin root makes sense, but yeah, the whole ass phrase being a Latin word is news to me. Alright, so here's one option. Going down that way. I know not where it leads. It'll probably pop us out up here. Ooh, more stuff. What's this? Oh, okay, so it's another one of these things. So maybe if you had a... Oh, wait, maybe a missile. Maybe a missile could do that, but we can't get up there yet. So we got the lower path and then this upper path. This upper path could be cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Like Senta, the prefix. I had a class in college that was all about Greek and Latin roots for words, and a lot of times once you like learn a bunch of the roots for various words between Greek and Latin, if you don't know what a word means, you can kind of suss it out by like looking at the prefix and the suffix and kind of smudging them together. It's not a super like amazing talent. It's not like a hugely giant brain thing, but it can be nifty. It can come in handy when you're trying to like understand, like especially like technical journals, that kind of crap. There's a lot there. I want that health, but I'm worried I won't be able to make this jump. Whoop! No, barely. A lot of times I'll be worried I'll need like the double jump to make certain things happen. Invented by demons, hell yeah. Metal AF. Love it. That is 100% historically accurate, and I refuse to entertain any other theories. Cause of ceiling's collapse not recorded. We don't know what happened, it just got fucked. It's only a little bit collapsed, it's fine. I've seen worse. We've all seen worse. Worse ceilings with worse integrity. Superstructure has stabilized. Further collapse, unlikely. Unlikely is reassuring. It probably won't happen. One thing that comes to mind, I think I might have seen some attempt at one point to try to VRify Metroid Prime. I don't know how far the attempt ever went. I think it would have been just a fan... Well, it would have had to have been a fan project, obviously. Now, missiles probably won't do it here. Yeah, it's got to be little morph ball bombs. We'll have to do it there. But anyway, yeah, I feel like I might have seen some kind of attempt by someone somewhere to try to VRify Metroid Prime. And they used a room similar to this, because I remember seeing, like, watching the video for it, and there was a room similar to this one with vines kind of along the walls, and the vines in this game look fine, but, like, in VR mode, they kind of pop out in a weird way. So I don't know how far that project went necessarily. I'm sure it's probably mostly defunct at this point, but a lot of those early, like, really early VR projects didn't really get too terribly far. Really good proof of concepts, if nothing else. So I'm not sure what that means. I need something else. I bet that's like a different kind of beam kind of door, maybe. Inactive platform lift. This power needs to be restored somehow. Water sorted out. The slot mechanism is inoperable. Ooh, what this? Secure the area. Interesting. How does one secure the perimeter? Just lock the door. Yep, just nice and simple. Satan had Latin made. Trust me. Inner Demon knows. That's right. Inner Demon knows the shit. Inner Demon giving us the inner hidden info. The hidden intel. Machine is inactive. You don't say. There's a way that way. There's a way this way. And more friends. More acid. Is that big missiles? Oh, a big missile, yeah. Big missile, big health. No whammies. Of course, I'm full on everything, so it doesn't really matter. That acid is probably going to be hard for us to get through. I have a feeling we're probably not going to be able to get terribly far in this particular area, so we'll have to go back at some point. You need something to do. That's right. You need something to pass the time, to kill the boredom, man. With the big boy missiles. That's right. I'm a big kid now. After 32 years, I'm finally a big kid. Eventually, I'm going to grow up and be an adult, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Well, here's one thing we know what to do. Oh, what is this? Are you a friend? Stone Toad. Preys on creatures smaller than itself. Vulnerable only from within. I know what to do with these guys, but we need the bombs from... bombs? We need the bombs from the morph ball mode to be able to deal with them. Also, the internet has ruined me. Whenever I hear the word bombs or lamp oil or rope, bombs, lamp oil, I just go into mercy mode. It's just... It's involuntary. I cannot stop it. Much as I would like to. Oh, it was... under creatures. Strange beasts. Stone Toad. Able to remain still for days. Preys upon creatures smaller than itself, inhaling them whole. Oh, wait. What did it say? Anything it finds undigestible, it will regurgitate. Use their tusks as a last resort in combat. Yeah, so he's not gonna, like, fuck with us right now. But once we go into Morphba mode, he'll gobble us up, and then we can explode his ass. But right now we have no means to do so. I'll be 6'9" suddenly. Just overnight, nearly 7 feet tall somehow. Yeah, being here is the pastime. Yeah, being in hell gets boring after an eternity. Nothing else here. 42 years old. That is the correct number. I thought you were gonna say 69 years old. That's also accurate. I mean, really, 42 and 69 are equal for lesser values of 42 and greater values of... I'm sorry, greater values of 42 and lesser values of 69. So it all counts. I like that action pose. Almost like a James Bond GoldenEye action pose. What this? Are you a friend? Probably not. Oh, you're not a friend. Incinerator drone. High temperature waste disposal. Are you saying that I am hot poop? They're trying to say that I am hot shit. I am hot shit on a cold day, so... That'd be under research. Oh, no, not research. It's a creature. Device schematics indicate a high risk of malfunction when internal power core is damaged. Let's fuck that power core up, then. The unit has minimal combat programming, but can defend itself if necessary. Intense heat blasts compensate for its lack of battle prowess. It blows hot air when it can't do shit. Same, honestly. How do I make you mad? Oh, okay, it's not missiles. Oh, up here. Oh yeah, he's pissed now. Yeah, get fucked. He says, ow! It hurts. Oh, you have a friend. Your friend is dead. Oh, I can't blow those up, can I? Oh, shit! That's why this exists. It exists to try to deal with the fucking hives above it. Oh, that's why it shot flames above. It was trying to piss these things off. Woo. Yeah, that pisses them off. But pissing them off draws them further. I'm trying to get the health that keeps spawning up there, but I can't get that shit. Let's actually scan these guys real quick. No, I don't want to scan you. Barbed war wasps. To launch its stinger. Oh, it's a projectile friend. Yeah, get mad. Health real quick. Ouch. I should probably just try to jump over it. Or duck when necessary. Woo! Here we go. The eyeballs are open. Ouch. Got his ass. Fucked him up. Is in fact not a friend. Shocking. Are those morph ball bombs? It do be that way. Hell yes. And empowered morph ball. Hell yeah. A devil and a demon are chilling together. According to D&D lore, devils and demons are technically different. I think devils in D&D, they have like barbed wire like beards that they use to attack, and if they hit you with their fucking like iron beard thing, it damages you, but also like drains your constitution or something. It like temporarily, like it fucks you up in other ways. What satanic ritual are we performing? Right, we're summoning all kinds of elder beasts and beings. Yeah, classified info. Yeah, they tell us that then they have to steal our soul. I just attract the demons and the devils and the critters, not critters, but the mythological creatures. Thank you for that follow, cheese. Appreciate that. So that's how we get out of this room. I like that it even kind of guides us with these little tracks in the ground. That's how we get out of here. Anything else in here? We scanned the barbed wasps. Let's read their entry real quick. Don't summon an elder lich, they are a pain to kill. Yeah, I gotta find the phylacteries to pop like balloons. Barbed war wasp. Highly aggressive member of the war wasp family. Well, I mean, war wasps are already pretty aggressive in our experience, but sure, we'll just assume these are even more aggressive. Propel the tip of its stinger up to 20 meters. Stinger tips regrow seconds after launch and contain an acidic compound designed to pre-digest their prey. I'm more of a fan of post-digestion. It's pretty obscure, you probably never heard of it. Post-digestion core. Just nuke the solar system versus elder liches. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. Missiles. Can always use more of these things. Yeah, hell yeah. Increased by 5. Excellent. We could always use more of those. And there's a bajillion, maybe not a bajillion, but several things we saw previously that will use the bombs. Hold on, there was something to the side that caught my eye. Oh, it's just as you get closer to the... Oh, never mind. It's just the water. It's the poison water indicator. Which means we can do bomb jumps, too. Boop. Not quite as good as, like, the actual morph ball jump, but still pretty nifty. Post-digestion, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's when things really get interesting. You digest it after you poop it out. What could possibly go wrong, right? Boink. Yeah, you poop it out entirely whole. Like, just as you chewed it up, and then somehow it, then it gets digested further. I'm not gonna question how this happens. We just kind of roll with it. Ouch. We already scanned those, yeah. That's the big health. Oh, here we go. We can actually do this now. Galled me up, fam. Bam! This leads us to a new place with new possibilities. The meal's so good you have to eat it twice, like in that episode of SpongeBob. When Neptune is so impressed with SpongeBob's Krabby Patty, he's like, it was so good I must consume it a second time. And he barfs it up and eats it again. Ingest your puke, that's right. Yeah, it's nothing weird. Nothing weird at all. Basic systems are operational. Device should operate once power has been restored. Let's restore power. Oh, never mind. That's just research. Guess I think it was research. Morph ball slot? Yeah, this is it. The slot is inactive. Turning the morph ball and detonating a bomb will usually cause these slots to send electrical impulses. So that's how you turn the power back on. Very good. And we'll get back over this way. I think that'll pump the water, the poison water, away at least. And boop. Oh, then I pressed the bomb. There it is. So we explode. We cause an explosion to power the juice extractor. The juice extractinator. Uh-oh. I have a limited amount of time. It's making a noise that makes me scared. I have a limited time. That's going to be scary. Nothing over here. Let's do the same thing over here. That raise the platforms up. It do. Ooh, a little path right there as well. Maybe that's just indicating that it's working as opposed to it being like a timer. Because whenever I hear a pulsing noise like that, I assume it means go fast. It's about to, whatever you're doing is about to end. Several platforms in the other room changed position. Well, that was nice of it. It's currently functioning. The slot has turned itself off. Good job. And I think we would have been here already, actually, because we saw where the poison was. Oh god, it's beeping extra aggressively. Right, so it looks like this one did stop. Because the platforms did get lowered again. So I guess that's just a temporary measure then. The other one should be fine though, right? Let's double check on it. This one. Yeah, this one is still good. It's turned itself off. Okay, so this one stays set. It's the other one that is a temporary dealio. So now we have to reactivate that one to raise the platforms up. But raising the platforms isn't a huge priority, right? Well, I guess it's a nice thing to do because it opens up this path. Because this is where we came from. Yeah, let's do this then. Platform time. There we go. What's it called if you ingest, you puke? Oh, you're asking what is it called? I thought you were saying that that's what post-digestion was. Yeah, so is there a separate phrase for ingesting your puke? That'd be redigestion. Super digestion. Supergestion. Something. It sounds unpleasant. Although dogs sometimes do that because they can sniff out that there's still nutrients in it and they'll think like, oh boy, I can just eat this and it's great. Oh, wait, we've already been here. Okay, never mind. I'm full of shit. I thought this was all the same. Alright, so in that case, the question then is how do we unlock that door? Because it says it wants the door to be secured. Or the room to be secured, but it seems like the room is pretty safe. Unless there's bad guys we have to re-kill. Re-undigestion. There we go. It's called... Oh, yeah. So I've heard. I've actually managed to avoid watching Two Girls, One Cup. This whole time on the internet, I've managed to avoid it. Getting tricked into watching it, that kind of thing. And I would like to keep it that way. You can't make that jump, though. I think you either need double jump or spider walk or something. Spider crawl, whatever it's called, the morph ball spider thing. But that's not much of an option then. Okay, so I guess we're done here for now. The main thing was to get the bombs, rather. Bombs. There's a quick little shortcut. So much easier. Has a nice piano score. So I've heard. I've heard it or like seen parodies of Two Girls, One Cup, and it has like the music, which for a lot of people induces a gag reflex kind of reaction. But for someone who's never seen it, it's like, yeah, this is nice. To others, it is less nice, understandably. Yeah, that's the thing. It was probably like a normal ass song before that video came along and cursed all of us forever. So the composer has that associated to his or her work forever. Is there fall damage? There's not. However, those guys will explode, which we do not want. Uh-oh, crap. I'm kind of stuck over here, aren't I? Uh-oh. Ouch. I'm going to make this jump. I guess I have to take some damage, which is fine. So what I wanted to do was get over here to see... Oh, hold on, more explodies. See what this leads to. Playing it over my... Oh my god, I could absolutely see that, yeah. Because again, the song itself is completely harmless, but for those who know it, they know. So Mike spamming that shit in Call of Duty or Counter-Strike, oh my god. People will be like, what are you doing? Stop it. And everyone else is like, what's wrong? I don't see anything wrong with this. It's just nice piano music. Unless it was the music and also the sound effects of the video. I'm sure it makes some noises. Large-scale collapse due to a violent breach. I don't like those. Toxicity levels elevated. League of Legends levels elevated. 300 meters. Whatever the source is, it's getting spicy. That which fouls the waters seeks the sun. So cryptic. The great poison comes from the talon's core. What could it all possibly mean? Truth awaits you in a sacred hall. Now, this looks a little bit suspicious. Can I just bomb this? Nope. Anytime you see a maybe breakable wall, it's like, well, maybe something cool will happen. I hate to ruin the 69, but I'll pick up that health real quick. Large levels of toxicity, that's right. It'll fuck your shit up instantly. It's just purely... Okay, there's no sound effects of the activities being presented to the viewer. Just music and visuals. Bam. Very outdoorular area. We haven't had a save spot in a minute. And it is getting pretty late. I'll have to wrap up pretty soon here. We're getting close to something, though. I don't know what we're getting close to, but... I like to think we're getting somewhere here. What dis? Runic symbol has been activated. When it even glows. You could even say it glows. Oh, fuck. That means we're gonna have Halloween... We're gonna have Christmas music on the radio pretty soon, man. Shit. I just remembered. It's... Well, we haven't crossed Thanksgiving yet, so it shouldn't happen, but it's inevitable. Roots originate over walls, no decomposition detected. Host plant appears to thrive on delicious toxic juice. It says, give me the toxic juice. Oh, I can break those. Oh, except it's guarded by a friend. I didn't realize you could break those boxes. I didn't realize you could break those cuffs. Time to burn the radios. It's the only way. He's like, slap, 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 slap. The rune. And I'm guessing once you activate all of them, then and only then will a thing happen. That's where I have to watch for the rune. The runic symbols. Trace sediments indicate water once flowed here. Also, I like the scanning in progress noise. It's like a little gurgling noise. You can't break those cuffs, Off-Roll Devil. I can break these cuffs. Yeah! It's a old video, old fucking meme, but it checks out. Hello, friend. See, there's a little Chozo lad here. So water once flowed here. I was actually thinking I would maybe morph ball up to that place, but maybe not yet. I'm gonna get ahead of myself. What this? Large metal gate blocks entrance to the area beyond. 4 runic symbols adorn its surface. There's one right there. think I've scanned 2, maybe 3, but I feel like I'm missing 1. Here's 1. Very nice. So now we just got that last one. And that should be the ball game. I can break these cuffs. Yeah! Died a few years after. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I hope they were a good sport about it and were like, well, I guess my music touched more ears, for better or for worse. People heard my music. It's just an unfortunate association to have, perhaps. Open Sesame. Look at that. We have some missiles. Oh, that's the motherfucking charge beam, baby. I wonder if the charge beam is required, because anything that requires a charge beam you could probably do with the missiles, but the charge beam is so nice to have. It might as well be required in some respects, at least. Chozo lore. I love the lore. Let's get learnt. This is the meteor strike. Disaster struck suddenly. We had a vague dark foreboding, and it became truth. A meteor appeared from nowhere, casting a dark shadow of debris over the land with the violence of its impact. Its destructive force spent, the fallen star burned itself out rapidly, and the incident should have faded into memory, but the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land, a strange energy that clawed at natural life with a ferocity. That strange negative energy emitted from the meteor expanded to encompass Talon 4 in a night, as a spider weaves a web. It's the filth from Secret World Legends, all coming back to haunt us once again. Because that's what comes to mind, just based on how they describe it. Charge beam time, baby! Yes! So cool. Now I can bring power-ups to my person, thankfully. So freaking nice. Duplicates of her lost powers. It is nice, yeah. I'm guessing the explanation is it is technology of the Chozo, etc., etc. But yeah, it's a little bit serendipitous that it just happens to work out literally everywhere she goes, and I love it. And we're all better for it. So I wonder... Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. So you could... Let's see. Let's test this theory. Could I do this with missiles? No. Can I do it with charge shot? Oh. Doesn't even work that way. What if you... Huh. Because I'm thinking, like, I would just shoot them individually. Unless you hit them with a charge shot and it, like, makes them sad for longer. Oh, it just kills them. Oh, but missiles, they don't give a shit about. Okay, so these guys, you have to charge shot them. Interesting. Interesting. So if by this point we didn't have the... Actually, yeah, can I kill these guys? Nope. They just go away temporarily. I was actually wondering if... Since we have the... Morph ball bombs... Take the shortcut back. Oh, this is something else entirely, actually. Beam bump bump bump. Indeed. What could that possibly mean? Might be a place we've already been to, actually. It's always silly. Oh yeah, it's really silly. Yeah, I mean, she sustained so much worse injuries, but yeah, it just hit at the right time at the right moment. But yeah, it's very much a... Is that the phrase... There's like a word for that when it comes to movies and TV shows. Would that be a deus ex machina, where it's like some kind of mechanism that just happens to happen at the right time, at the right moment to move the story forward? You could tell they were getting desperate, and they need some kind of way to explain how you have to, or why you have to reacquire Samus's powers each time, or with other M, get authorization for them each time. It's very silly. Modern mechanical activity still indicates it's active. Yeah, for the first couple of games it made sense, but then after a while it's like, guys, this is getting silly now. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the silliness. Because it means an excuse to get more powers and all kinds of cool shit. Metal structure is weakened. Sufficient blast trauma will blow that shit up. Hell yeah. Sufficient blast power... Oh, that's not blast. Missiles is sufficient. Speaking of which... Hell yes. 5 more missiles. What this? Floor ventilation fan is functional despite multiple failed electrical connections. Well, that's nice. Still functioning after all this bullshit. Same, TBH. Barely functioning despite all the bullshit. That's a 2021 mood. Now we don't have the spider ball. In fact, I can't even make that jump for that matter. There we go. So I can just be like, but I can't actually get up there. All I can do is hump it. Humping things does lead to results sometimes, but doesn't lead to results that time. So Prime 2 is a little bit better at least. That's good. Yeah, because it's hard to suspend the disbelief only so many times, right? Like it's after a little while, it's like, guys, this is getting ridiculous. But like I said, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with suspending my disbelief. Because I just want an excuse to be able to get the cool Samus powers and play the game and turn my brain off. Also, like whenever you shoot the charge shot, if you look closely, it kind of warps light around it. Kind of has like a gravitational pull to it almost. It's not quite as much when it's a short target, but longer range, it's like it's a little easier to see how it kind of sucks the light towards it. It's a very cool effect that I always loved. Still love. Oh, I can't jump back up top. We can just drop down below. Warning. You are approaching awful bullshit, Alex. Don't fall in the acid water, please. Well, I believe in my right as an American to jump into the acid water. You scientists can't tell me what to do. My freedoms. Actually had an interesting... I don't know. Should I talk about this? It was an interesting occurrence this morning. It's Monday morning, you know. This morning was, rather. It's Monday morning. I'm checking my email. And the first email I see was sent Sunday evening. And it was from a dude I had never heard of before. And he had sent it, I think, to the entire company. I think it was sent to the entire company. And it was this, like, really self-indulgent, multiple paragraph email about how it was so horrible that the company was mandating vaccines after a certain date, and that it was violating our rights as Americans, and that he was so heartbroken about how the company he once loved has turned down this dark path, and he prays for America and for this company to figure itself out, because it's going down this awful path. And just this really flowery, like really dressing this up to be like such a tragedy. How he's like, on the principle, he's refused to get vaccinated. He will never do it, even if it means losing his job. And he basically said, he's like, I'm going to try to file for a religious exemption. If I can't get that, then I'll formally resign my position. And he was like some project manager. I mean, he's not like a lowly grunt, but he's not like some fancy VP. He's a project manager would be like maybe one level up from where I am. It's like less than team lead, but more than like, software developer level. So anyway, it was just like, it's like, dude, it's embarrassing, man. And he sent it to the whole fucking company, man. I'll abstain from naming the company I'll abstain from naming my employer, but my employer is it's not like I work for I don't work for Microsoft. It's nothing like that, but it's a decently well-known company that a lot of people would recognize the name. You wouldn't think, oh wow, Alex, you're so smart, you work for company A. You would just be like, oh, okay, that company. All right, whatever. NBD. But yeah, this is a large company. There's a lot of people, a lot of offices around the country, that kind of thing. So the fact that he sent it to, I think everybody is like, dude, it's just the cringe, man. I just can't fucking handle it. And I would imagine he's probably gonna get shit canned, honestly. It's fucking absurd. Hey, what's up, TriStar? Oh my god, Flint, Michigan. I'm sad now. Too fucking real, man. God of War 3 handles it well, rather. Because the opening, you have all your stuff, and then a boss sends you straight to hell, and you lose everything. Oh, dang, man. Oh, man. Lost a real one. Wait, TriStar, do you mean the dude that I was talking about earlier? The dude from that sent the company-wide email? Or do you mean something else? Because if there were actual real ones lost, then that would be sad. But yeah, this thing that I'm describing was not sad. It was just, I mean, I guess it's sad because, like, this fucking dude really thought that highly of himself and felt so self-important. I mean, I guess that's the thing, man. Like, if you really believe this and really believe that vaccines mandates are horrible, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess there could be an argument for, you know, forcing these kinds of things on people, etc., etc. Here's a save point, by the way. But making it so all about him and so self-indulgent, it's just embarrassing, man. Holy shit. Yeah, the fucking dude. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I know it's a hot topic for some people. For me, it's not hot at all. To me, it's like, dude, just get vaccinated, man. We're not gonna beat this pandemic with not getting vaccinated. It's that simple, man. I mean, there are people that have legitimate reasons for not getting vaccinated for, you know, health conditions, but they're an extremely small minority. And the rest of us can do them and everyone else a service by, you know, by just getting vaccinated. It's not hard. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's just, man, it's just so upsetting that, like, otherwise rational adults are being this fucking stupid about it, man. It's so absurd. These are professionals that I work with that would hold to a higher standard, you would think. And it's also like, did this guy not go to college? Because, I mean, vaccines are mandated at most universities. We have, like, most vaccine mandates have been in place for a long time. This is just a new vaccine. So he's talking about how it's this horrible thing, and it's like, dude, I guess you haven't been to a university ever, or any other kind of, like, higher education, because that's, like, a big thing, like dorms, that kind of thing. It's just, man, I don't know, it's frustrating. Going to be magnetized, yeah, the microchips in the vaccine, man. Holy moly, yeah, anyway, that's the whole thing. I'm sorry, no, I don't want to triple save, I'm sorry. Yeah, really, what I want to do, now that we've saved, I'm going to quit out, because it is time to end the stream, it is quite late.